but we're just kind of going to talk about what we want from the movie and stuff. So Sean, what would you like to see in this new Power Ranger movie?
Oh, well, I'm just trying to get a live stream on here now. Okay, we're live. Great. I'd like to see. Oh, need more lights.
I'd like to see, but I can't because it's dark.
Exactly.
You know, this is a podcast. You don't need to have lights.
Cool.
Just letting you know.
Cool, Sean. Thanks for the commentary on what you're currently doing. Anyway, what do you think about that Power Ranger stuff?
Oh, okay. Now I'm ready.
Come on, Sean. It's Morphin time.
Well, they're doing it on the Mighty Morphin. From all the information I have, I don't really know much about it, but
that's all the information there is, Sean.
My information grow.
I know we need Rita to grow that information so we know more about this. But no, I just wanted to take what's good about Mighty Morphin. You know, they had some really good storylines in those 3 seasons. You know, with the Green Ranger saga and White Ranger, and you know, I mean, that was the longest span of Power Rangers, because ever since then it's been a different Power Ranger team once a year, or some exceptions like Samurai is now like Super Samurai. So, but I just like to see them take all the good elements. If they're having if they're gonna have Jason, Zach, Trini, Kimberly, Billy, and Tommy, and then with Adam, Rocky, and Aisha. Just have good actors that look like them and bring out them. So I don't know. Just if they're gonna do Mighty Morphin, just give us what we loved about Mighty Morphin, and don't try to Michael Bay it. That's all I want.
So hey, yeah, that's right, Sean. Corn, what do you think about this, man?
Oh well, I'm somewhat excited. I mean,
I
Power Rangers was like a really big part of my life. When I was a little kid,
what's that?
Yeah, I know, but I grew up in that time, and at the time that thing was like awesome, with the big monsters and stuff. But what I would really want to see with this is kind of take a more serious direction. Maybe I know it sounds cliche and stuff, but like a Dark Knight type aspect. Make at least the suits a little more realistic than just spandex, and have them do more than just have the swords and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, of course, have the characters that woman, I forgot what her name was. Lord Zed, and of course those and those whatever those things that they kept fighting the Galapis or something.
I am Rita McIntyre and I sing country music.
She is very fancy.
No, what were those things?
Yeah,
I know. It's weird. I would still do her though. But the thing is,
Reba McIntyre?
No, dude. One. Tremors, awesome movie. Back then probably, but no, I'm talking about Rita from the show. She's kind of hot. McIntyre. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we all have to agree. Reba McIntyre is a very attractive woman. So they hope to see her in the Power Rangers. What do you think, Ron?
I think I need to see her with some.
Oh yeah.
From what I understand, it's going to either be Power Rangers Origins or Origin. I'm not sure. It's what I've heard rumors of.
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused because the Morphin is not in the title. So I kind of feel like we're going to get an alien/mutant thing going where they do the same thing to Rangers as they did to the Turtles. So I'm getting kind of nervous about that. Because, if they're going to hide that Morphin part. But I hear it's going to be made for kids, which is kind of disappointing because I was hoping that they would, go the route of Transformers and G.I. Joe and try to make it for a more grown-up audience instead of for little bitty kids. But, it's made by Nickelodeon, so what do you expect? So, yeah, I'm both excited / disappointed at the same time. So hopefully they can, the more information we get, I hope they bring that disappointment down, bring that excitement up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For some
what do you
reason,
think about it, James?
Yeah, baby. What were you going to say, Corn?
I was going to say, for some reason, this kind of reminds me of, what they did to Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, for some reason, I think it's going to flop, or it's going to be really good, though. Hey, you know what I mean?
What
yeah.
they did Dragon Ball?
Well, you know how Dragon Ball has this big following, and, it is a corny show, but people really like it. Yeah, sea balls. But, like I have this feeling that they're gonna try to Americanize it a little too much, and it's gonna kind of lose its like nostalgic, factor, and it's gonna be something completely different, and it's not gonna be good. Then you're losing that corniness that we all know and love. But I mean,
grow my balls, grow.
But I think Power Rangers was a dated show anyway. So even if it's updated, I think if it's still teenagers in school, then that'd still be cool. But
Michael Cera and Jonah Hill.
That's right.
Fat and skinny Rangers.
That's right. They're
They
like
could be
mid-20s. Oh, they could actually. That'd be funny.
Oh my God, it's true.
That would be funny, dude.
oh, they totally need that in this movie too.
If you're in the caller queue, just keep holding on. If you want to call, the number is 347-945-7157, and just stay in the caller thing. We'll enter in the calls in the order we receive the calls. So don't hang up and call back. You just move down in the queue. But anyway, the Power Ranger, I like it, and I know what you're saying there, John, about the Mighty Morphin. But Mighty Morphin was really just the name of the first 2 seasons.
3.
Like, okay, was it 3 seasons?
Yep.
That they're Mighty Morphin? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but
if they're going to do a reboot of the show, you see what I'm saying? It should
what
be
you're saying.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because that's how the whole thing got freaking started.
yeah, well, that's what I would want.
Especially with a show called Origins. I mean,
Yeah,
are they leaving out the Morphin on purpose because they don't want people who don't know anything about it to know about the whole Morphin thing? They just want to introduce them as they watch the movie, or
maybe, or maybe it's just a way to separate everything.
Yeah, because they already made a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But I mean, who knows? We could be jumping the gun here, and this could be something completely freaking different.
Yeah, that's true.
And that would suck. That'd irritate me.
Yep.
They come out in like angel costumes or whatever. Moon was telling me earlier.
Yeah, they had Angel Power Rangers in Sentai.
Yeah, Moon's second channel was telling me that in Japan they had like angel Power Rangers. So
That sounds lame.
yeah, and he actually said he wanted that just ridiculous.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to come on before Power Rangers Samurai, or at least in whatever.
Power Rangers?
Yeah, it was like RPM was the one before Samurai. What was the last Power Ranger? I forget. It was the last season.
Does anybody know how many different versions of Power Rangers there have been? I know
RPM, yeah.
There's been
Thanks,
a bunch. Yeah, Moon said RPM.
There's been a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, it's been a
There's
whole
10.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
There's been a lot. Yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll take this call real quick. Caller 416, you're on live. You're on live with me, buddy. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Who is this?
This is Moon.
What's up? Am I getting pranked or something? You're on live with Anthony James and Sean Long and Mark Corum and John Bailey.
Oh, who's calling me?
Now we know it's legit. Now we know it's legit. Do you have a question, caller?
No, I don't have a question. I just want to know who's calling TV.
He sounds fat.
Sounds bald and Romanian a little bit.
He does.
That's a greasy chick.
Yeah. Corb, do you want to answer that question, though, buddy? You want to tell him who you are?
Well, I'm a nobody from Chicago, and with everybody, nobody knows me.
Big Green Lantern fan, though. We know that.
Yeah, I'm a big Green Lantern fan for no apparent reason because I guess it sucks. So.
I mean, he created the BKBN, and Sean Long wouldn't be who he is without it because he writes all his jokes and edits all his stuff together. So.
That's right.
Other than that, horrible joke about Bane.
No, I think that was yours too.
Yeah, that was definitely
Corey.
Corey.
Insane the Bane. That's all singing Insane the Bane now.
Behind it, behind every great Sean Long is a Quorum TV.
That sounds dirty, Sean.
Wow, Sean.
So
Wow. You realize this is being recorded, Sean? Wow.
I know. There's
Do you
there's
realize
worse stuff that gets
this is not
recorded on
right
my.
for you anymore? Just go over that.
what kind of green construct do you have behind Sean Long?
Yeah, what the hell?
For the behind the scenes footage.
Anyway,
Behind the scenes.
random caller, thanks for your question. That was a very legit question.
Everybody go subscribe to Moon's channel. Oh, Wade's been taken down, so too bad.
It's true,
Oh,
yeah.
no, you hold my feelings so bad.
All right. Thanks a lot, Moon Second Channel. You're an amazing guy, and we like you quite a bit. You do it?
Thank you for me, Jim.
Keep an eye on the weather. Watch out for those storms.
It's true.
Under the island.
All right. See it. All right, I guess. Does anybody have anything else to say about the Power Ranger stuff?
Go Power Rangers, I guess.
One quick thing. I feel like they probably will change just because like it's always been a joke. You know, the Yellow Ranger being yellow and then the Black Ranger being African American.
Zordon this time, probably.
Maybe, yeah. That's what. That's
why. It's gonna be a non-ethnic entity floating in a goldfish ball this time.
Yeah. But I'm assuming, yeah, you're right. But also, I could be wrong about this, but I want to say, like, on the show they reference Zordon and Alpha. It's like something about that wasn't the first team they put together like that. So I'm wondering if the origin thing could be before all that.
Yeah.
Maybe it is pretty cool.
Maybe it is before even the Mighty Morphin team, like the very first Power Ranger team, because there's even an episode of Mighty Morphin where they showed there was Power Rangers before them. Like like their ancestors were Power Rangers in like back in the Old West and everything. So who knows?
Way back when they had the Mighty Moron Forest Rangers. That's
oh gosh.
I
think I remember that show, the Western one, because weren't they just pretty much cowboy Power Rangers?
Yeah. Yep, they were.
It was just like, it's morphin' time!
I know, right?
Rita was like, my children grow!
They're already ruining it for me.
Yep.
Oh, it's ridiculous. But I guess we'll take another call real quick. We'll go and clear this queue up a bit. Caller from 678. You're on live with BKB and Radio.
I love you.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to someone named Santana with him.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
I love you guys.
We love you too. In a very.
I love you, not homo.
In what order do you love us? In what order do you love us? It's you're on Sean Long, Corn, John Bailey, and Anthony James.
Sean Long, Anthony James, Corum, and that other guy.
Don't come asking me for voices, little bro.
Sorry.
No, is there any questions or anything?
I want to meet Sean.
Oh, well, if you're ever at like Comic-Con or BotCon with Sean, will be there too. Or any like convention, I'll be there.
Yeah, you can win a date with Sean Long. Who wants to win a date with Sean Long?
I do.
Oh, wait, only. How old are you? I'm sorry, if you're not over 18, you can't date Sean Long.
Okay, anyway, thanks.
Okay, all right, buddy. I'll see you. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, one more. Okay,
what's up?
Do you have can you ask Sean to see if he can review any of the Lego Marvel or DC sets?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I plan to get those once they're in stores. They're not out yet, but yeah, I'll definitely review them.
Oh no, they came out like yesterday.
They did? Oh sweet, then I'll check them out.
All right, thanks.
Okay, all right,
thank you, bro.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Who was that other guy? Okay.
That was funny. That was weird. I did not. Normally, whenever they say the other guy, they're referring to Quorum TV.
No.
Yeah. All right. Once again, the number is 347-945-7157. Call in whenever, but keep in mind we're going to take them in the order we receive the calls. So don't hang up.
You don't know who we all are, then don't even call.
That's right. Hey, he got 75% of the people. I mean, he knew 75% of us were.
No, I'm like 45% of this group, bro.
How do you not know who John Bailey
Do
is?
it by pounds or by?
Oh, I was about to say that.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I'm bigger than all you guys put together.
I don't want to say that.
Sean's getting pretty fat.
Oh, he's not fat. He's a lovely young man. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next topic. All right. Now, there's been a lot of stuff. The Avengers, aliens. There's been a lot of speculation on what they are. You know, if they're like the abyss zombie things. They look like freaking Egyptians to me, or like the orc things, or scrolls. You know, a lot of people keep saying scrolls, but they're not going to call them scrolls.
They can't be.
Well,
Sorry, but the other Thor guy. What's his name?
Other Thor guy.
Beta Ray Bull. Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, Beta Ray Bill's people. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Sean?
It could be because Marvel does have the rights to use. I forgot the name of the race that Beta Ray Bill is, but they could be, and they do look a lot like Beta Ray Bill in that up close picture. In fact, there's also a news thing on BKBN today about like the aliens, the abyss, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many possibilities because Marvel has a lot of different alien races, so I mean, they could be a few things. I know that when people think of aliens in the Marvel universe, it's like the Skrulls and the Kree, especially after their big war. But I mean, hopefully we'll find out soon. I mean, it'd be crazy for them to just create an alien race out of all the alien races that are in the Marvel universe. I mean,
Yeah.
look at like the Silver Surfer. He has, well, no, they can't use them too because he's part. But yeah, so I guess they can't use any Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four, aliens, but any Marvel ones. So hopefully, if it's Beta Ray Bill's race, then that's cool, and maybe Beta Ray Bill will help him out. Who knows? That'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah, it would be cool. Well, dang, Sean, you're talking really quick. You're freaking me out here. What about you, Corn?
Well, I mean, once again, it's too soon to tell, and like they're not gonna publicly say what it is until the movie is like really close. But like, I was thinking,
or it may just be something that you just find out during the movie. You know?
yeah. Like I was thinking the Beta Ray Bill thing because, I mean, they have kind of like a horrors type face,
Sort
and
of,
like but like most of all, I keep thinking of that Mummy movie or The Mummy Returns. You know, because they kind of look Egyptian, and you know how a lot of those movies they have, you know, the aliens came and built the pyramids and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe they're gonna do that aspect like Alien vs Predator did.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, Transformers did that too, man.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of stuff has done that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like now, like in media, that's like the go-to thing. Like, you know, the aliens have to be like bigger than just aliens. They had to have been here first. You
Yeah.
know, and maybe something like that. But because it's linked to Loki, I'm thinking it has to be the Beta Ray Bill thing. I mean, I don't think he'll just pull something out of his butt, you know, and get the scrolls or something like that. And they're so far beyond looking like scrolls anyway. I'm pretty sure they're not those. But Krees, they've been interpreted so many different ways.
It's true.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to be them either. And then, like, what were the aliens from the X-Men?
Shoot. God bless
Yeah.
you.
Well, you know what I'm.
Yeah, I know what you're referring to.
Yeah. When they were.
The Shi'ar.
Yeah, Shi'ar Empire.
No.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant too. Okay, never mind.
No, I was talking about the one from the.
The Brood.
Nah, those aren't
It couldn't
Brood.
be the Brood because if it was the Brood, I guarantee you that copyright laws and stuff, because those were a big ripoff of the actual aliens.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I don't think they can use the Brood because remember they couldn't use the Brood in Hulk in the Hulk Planet Hulk.
Yeah, they couldn't use Silver Surfer either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like once again, I can't put my finger on it because it looks really like Egyptian, but because it's linked to Loki, it has to be Beta Ray Bill's, you know, race.
That's what I would think. Yeah.
I'm still confused of what that big monster thing is chasing Iron Man in the trailer.
You know what? I'll be
That's left
honest.
over from the Bridge of the Ball.
Yeah, no, it does
I'll
look
be,
like
I'll
that.
be honest with you. Everybody's saying Tim Pam Film. I'd almost bet it's just some kind of ship thing they have.
Yeah, the only bad thing is like it has teeth and eyes. I mean, that's
I think-
the only throwing me off.
It's an alien
That's
ship
not,
thing,
that's
though.
not any different than them using the same thing in like Transformers and stuff, where they use the ships are actually creatures too. They did that in Clone Wars series. They've done that a lot.
Yeah.
The only difference though is that like that's not like status pro quo what they would do with like an alien ship thing. I mean, it works for Transformers because like they're robots, you know, and you know they could get away with it. I don't
In
know.
disguise.
Well, duh. But like once again, I don't think it's Fing Fang Foom. I mean, it's not a big freaking
Yeah.
threat.
It would be cool, but it would almost be a little bit disappointing if he was just randomly thrown in there, you know?
Mhm.
But he is an alien dragon, so, I mean, alien, so I don't know.
Yeah. Do they own the rights to that? Because I mean, that's
They should. They should own Fim Fam Film. They should have Fim Fam Film. So
Yeah,
I don't see what he could have went with, because he's mostly with Hulk or Iron Man, so...
Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, Doctor Strange, if they own him still. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of things because of the 70s, they were putting out like licenses willy-nilly with those smaller characters.
Okay, yeah. It's true. I don't know. I'm sure they would own Fim Fam Film, though. John, what do you think? What's your take on all this, man?
Is there any time left over from after Corn got done? Because I'm just.
Yeah, because there's nobody.
We still got
we
2 hours.
got-
Yeah,
what the-
gosh dang it! I'm the other guy. Shut up.
We have an hour and 40 minutes left on this podcast. I think we're good.
I think what it was, they had a lot of stuff left over from Stargate, so they just threw it in there.
Oh God.
That's
I'm going to take the devil's advocate position here and say that they are going to go outside of the realm of Marvel and make up a totally new creature, because I would not put that past them. Whenever they make a film, they always pull this crap. And even though I think it's going to be awesome, you watch, they're going to do something stupid like that that's going to make everybody like, why did they do that? Why didn't they use somebody that's already in the Marvel universe? And everybody's going to be all ticked off about it, but they're still going to like it because it's awesome. But I can honestly see, though, that being Fin Fang Foom with armor on, maybe, and then they blast it off of them. All of a sudden, you got this alien dragon thing, or maybe that's just like artist concept type deal. I can see that, but yeah, they look very, and that kind of would make sense because that kind of fits in the whole realm of the Asian stuff that they always throw. You know, all the Asian mysterious magical stuff they always throw at Iron Man, and that would also tie in because they did that in other movies like The Mummy, where they had like Asian mummies and stuff that were from China or Japan, or so that pharaoh-looking stuff might tie in with that, that being a dragon. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell. So it's still early in the game, bro. Early in the game.
That's true. You know what? I'm really hoping that I almost kind of disagree with you, John. I don't think they're going to just pull something in like that because it's Marvel. Normally when they do that crap,
I would not put it past them because this is a movie.
Yeah, but
I see what you're saying, but Marvel hasn't been known to do that here recently. Like a lot of the characters, they'll put in like people like that actually mean stuff normally, like even the smaller characters,
Yeah, because they want to increase their brand, and
yeah.
I mean, heck, they made Wolverine Origins that comic book because they didn't want the studio to make an origin for Logan. So I mean, like, if they're gonna do something that drastic, I don't think that they're gonna just make something for the movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't put it past them. There's always one thing. It seems like there's always one thing that they mess up in films that does not coincide with the existing story. Or, I mean, look how disappointed we were with X-Men 3. And they pulled that whole, it's Phoenix kills off Cyclops and it ends up being Wolverine and Phoenix, and their love ends up helping defeat the enemy with it. I was just like, what?
But that wasn't Marvel, though.
I know it wasn't Marvel. I'm just saying I would not put it past them because what may have happened is that the writers or the production staff or whatever, they could not agree on something, so they just try to mesh all their ideas together. I think what we should do is we should take that screen grab of that one alien face and put it in a face recognition software, and we'd probably find out that it's actually Century Productions.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I was running out of time.
Yeah. Well,
I think you did have a skateboard in its backpack.
Yeah. By the way, we will try to get a Century Production Charms Prom on here. It's just
sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, I mean they're good. They really blew up.
You book them like a year in advance.
Yeah, they both blew up quite a bit, sexually. But physically, physically, Century he's always been chubby. But and Chartemus got engaged, so he'll put on the pounds here soon, I'm sure. That's how it happens. Sean knows, don't you, Sean? He was engaged twice. That's right. How's your children, Sean? Anyway,
I love how he just nonchalantly brings things up that aren't true, but thanks.
Yeah. I'm just trying to put those rumors out there, Sean.
I know.
So I have to get those rumors started.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take another caller real quick. You're on 954. There you go. What's up, baby? How you doing? Who is this?
I'm doing fine. My name is Alex.
Oh, nice, Alex. That's Sante. What's up, baby?
What's up?
Yeah,
It's Alex Wu.
Fine. I've got a question for the guy who does the funny questions.
Okay.
Coral?
Who's Coral?
Hey, just remember, I run that comics podcast you made on last time.
That's right. I call it podcast on Friday.
I heard that. That's pretty funny. I know that John's funny voice is Benedict.
Yeah, that's me, bro.
I got a serious question that you probably never been asked. I'm trying to get into voice acting. So, where's the process of going through that? I just got to taste of high and low voices, right?
Yep. Well, what you got to do is you got to go to BotCon and be a lucky SOB and somehow get magically picked to do the voice of Megatron at a BotCon voice actors panel.
Yes.
And then you're well on your way. You're halfway there. Then you get interviewed by people like at the convention. You end up on the internet. You end up like being the guy everybody knows first as the king of everything. So that's pretty much the whole process right there.
That is
You
true.
don't have to have a demo. You don't even have to have a microphone. All you got to do is just do a crappy Megatron voice and be randomly picked.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome, man. I can't wait to do that. Oh, and I gotta say, you all got some pretty nice voices.
Thank
I'd
you.
like to meet you all in person.
Definitely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'll love to hug you. Yeah.
I love burritos.
If you ever meet Sean in real life, anybody out there, be sure to hug him immediately without even talking to him. Just hug.
Exactly.
Make sure you
to hug.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are, make sure you hug him publicly in front of security guards.
Oh, okay. Whoa. How about all that?
grab at least one cheek.
I'm not at liberty to say how old I am, but yeah.
You sound
guys
old.
are pretty nice.
Don't worry, I'll call NBC ahead of time. Don't worry.
Oh God.
Oh gosh. But all right, thanks a lot, Alex. Definitely check out Alex. What's your YouTube? Congo? What's the numbers?
Kungu 954.
I'm not gonna have a channel anymore anyway.
954. Yeah. AKA Jazz Sante. All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. Do you have anything else to say, buddy?
I love you, Anthony.
Love you. All
Is
right.
this slave lead or something?
Getting creeped out.
Don't do Alex. Maybe after buck on, we get to bed, get a mustard.
All right, Alex. You take care, little man.
Same to you, buddy.
All right. We'll take another call real quick. Caller 580. 580. You're on.
Hello.
You're on live, baby. 580. That's your area code.
Going once.
Oh, I didn't know it was me because I've been listening to what you guys have been saying.
What? Okay.
What's
buddy?
up?
How you doing?
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's up? Oh, I thought it was Jimmy. What's up? How you doing, man?
What's up, crack corn?
Yeah.
We don't care.
Yeah, I've actually been interested lately in doing some voicing for YouTube animators also.
Oh, okay. Is this a question for John then? Nice.
So what exactly was the question? You want to do voices for YouTube? What now?
Yeah, I've only, I've asked these people, like, if you ever need someone I'd be interested. So far, it's been Gonzo, SSM, and some guy who does animation. He does those game fact
Uh-huh.
animation videos for Machinima.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Are you asking if John knows these people, or?
there's one that says Mario gives terrible interviews. Does terrible interviews or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Is there a question in there somewhere? Because I'm just
Like,
looking for.
yeah.
Not really.
Okay, so you just want me to say good job? Good job, Jimmy. I'll start the slow clap for you.
Oh, crap. Jimmy, you're the man, man.
You are the man, Jimmy.
Clapping. It sounds like 5 people are clapping.
Yeah, I know.
I was clapping.
Who was doing that?
It was me.
Oh, Sean was doing it.
So I'll start the slow clap and then we keep going.
Nice.
But for those of you out there who really actually physically and honestly and truly are not joking around, are real about doing voices for a living or trying to make money doing it, number one, you probably won't get it just doing impressions. Number two, you probably will get in trouble if you do a lot of dubs because copyrighted materials, super no-no, especially if you want to actually make a job out of this thing. There's plenty of online sites. All you need is a decent place to record, decent computer, internet connection, decent microphone that costs you between $100 $200. You can go to websites like voice123.com or voices.com, pay a small monthly fee of like $30, and you start doing auditions from there. So it's not too hard, but in order to make a full-time living at it, you've got to put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, and you need some talent too.
Yeah, and
You basically just don't feel like Jimmy. That's my
Oh, nice.
The opposite of Jimmy will get you work.
We're just
Love you, Jimmy. I love you.
we're joking, Jimmy.
I would also say too, like, I think I know what he was trying to come from. He was trying to say like, oh, where could you, like, audition, like online, I guess, to learn your craft and stuff. I mean, there's plenty of people.
There's
like,
plenty of websites out there. There's even local studios where you'll be surprised if you do a Google search for post-production or production company, production studio, stuff like that, and then put in your city, the closest major city. You'd be surprised how many local studios are actually in your area. You can go to local radio stations. You can even get a lot of training if going to college, because colleges always do small radio shows, and you can also do a local theater, because it's more important. The acting part and voice acting is more important than having a cool voice. A lot of people make the mistake. Oh, I have a cool voice. I can do makeup. No, that's not necessarily true. You can have a cool voice all day long, but if your acting sucks, you'll never get a job.
Exactly, it's voice acting.
Robot, no matter what.
Exactly. One of my manager before he discovered me, he met somebody waiting tables. He was trying to act part time as just a walk on back behind the scenes type stuff, real cheap stuff, and he was working as a server during the day, just trying to make ends meet, living in LA. They said he had an amazing voice. They asked him if he would mind auditioning. Brought him to the studio to record. Guy could not read. He just couldn't do it. His voice was great, but he didn't have the skills necessary to make a good job out of it. So yeah, you can have a great voice all day, but unless you know what you're doing, you won't be able to make any money.
Yeah, I'm actually a great voice actor. If you don't know, take a look at my work as Kilowog.
That's one.
If you remember that, that was awesome.
You were nominated for an Emmy for that, weren't you?
I believe I was. Several.
I think your Hector Hammond voice is way better than him.
Yeah, well, that's because I was pretty much improv in that. I can't just sit there and read a script, man. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm horrible at that. But I can improv all day, and it's okay.
You used to do other things too.
Yeah, sexually.
I mean, it's good to have improv skills in this business, because you'll be surprised when I talk to Rob Paulson, the voice of Pinky and the Brain. Did the voice of Raphael. He's also now going to be the voice of Donatello in the New Ninja Turtles.
Oh, cool.
A lot of the stuff that ends up in the shows that we watch on cartoons, they were improv, and they were screwing around in the studio, and the studios liked it so much they ended up using that in the actual episode. So improving is just as important skill as acting.
That's funny. I'm definitely not on my way to being a voice actor anytime ever.
Yeah, don't quit your day job.
Yeah,
I didn't just quit everything and start doing voiceovers. I was doing that part time. I drove a forklift for I don't know how many 10-something years, and I did second part time, and then the job went bankrupt. I mean, the economy's not great right now, and they didn't open the doors back, and I just didn't have any other choice. And we tried it for a while, and it ended up working out for us. So.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm typical of everybody.
I was about to say it's more of a Cinderella story, really, because
it's not. I mean, not everybody can be Sean Long. Just be in the right place at the right time. Get luckily picked to be your voice.
That is true.
For some reason, I don't think that will ever go away. That he's just.
It really won't, because I'll hate him forever for that. It's the only thing I want. He does, and his will. I better say that I get the script, because I deserve it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Jimmy's actually still on the call. Jimmy, hey man, you want to go and promote your YouTube channel? Promote your YouTube channel. What is it?
Everybody go to youtube.com/huh.
Jimmy, I'm going to take up on you. Got to say your YouTube channel, man. We got on the caller.
Okay.
What? Are you going to say it?
I can barely hear you.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's Inuyasha Flipper.
All right, there we go, guys. Go subscribe to him. Thanks so much for calling, Jimmy. As always, check him out on bkbn.net. He actually does really good news. Like, we're just screwing with you, Jimmy. You know we love you, man.
We love you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you, buddy.
I like logical. I know how to take jokes.
I know, buddy.
Whenever I can.
All right, man.
Okay.
All right, see you. Thank you.
Take some other stuff too, but we won't talk about that in the podcast.
Oh. All right, if anybody wants to call in, the number is still 347-945-7157.
Or 354 Jimmy sucks.
Oh, yeah. Or you call it. That's way too many numbers, though.
Well, I don't want them calling a real number. They might actually do.
That'd be hilarious. You could actually call Jimmy Suck could be a real number, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah. But we got another caller here. Caller 775. You're on live. I can hear your background noise. I know you're on. Hey. 775. Hello. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, this is Helmet Production.
It's Helmet Productions.
Oh, what's up, man?
All right, awesome. How you doing, man?
Good?
Good. You got a question for anybody?
Well, not really, I think.
Oh,
We're
thanks.
right now.
At least you're honest.
Well, I'll ask my brother if he has a question for one of you guys.
Okay, run, get your brother.
I met these kids at SAC Anime. They're cool kids.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
Hey,
Any question?
obviously you're not listening to our podcast, but you literally just covered that. But I saw your news story about the.
They're not from Earth, so they're probably aliens.
Yeah.
We're firm on that.
Yeah.
They are
I
definitely
don't
not
think they're
human.
Skrulls. There might be an artist rendering maybe of Skrulls. You know.
Or like the abyss zombie thing you brought up earlier.
Like a blog post about that playset thing that said. No, I don't think it said what they were.
Hey, Spermus.
What do you think they are? You got any clues? Maybe you could help us out.
I don't know. I think I found that out on Comic Book Movie, that blog post.
Yeah.
They kind of look like the Abyss zombies, but I don't know.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the blog post you put up today. Yeah.
You think they're teenage alien Ninja Turtles?
Yeah. Do you think Ninja Turtles
They might as well be at this point.
or Power Rangers maybe?
That's true.
What if they're all fighting the Hulk and they all yell it's morphin time? That'd be weird.
That would be awesome, dude.
That'd
The
be
Avengers versus the Megazord. I'd pay to see that.
cool. I would too. It's a heck of a crossover out there.
It is.
Out of nowhere.
The only other thing we need is we need backup, and they call in Voltron and Optimus Prime. And they have a three-way
What? That'd be insane.
fight. A three-way fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I might do that.
All right, Home Productions. You got any more questions? Your brother, bro?
I think
promote something?
Does.
You guys gonna promote anything? You'll approach your YouTube channel?
No.
Go ahead, Wild Man. Promote your YouTube channel.
Hold on.
Okay,
Alright.
we're live.
Alright.
Okay, what's your YouTube channel? What's up?
How much Productions 5?
You want a Super Cool Optimus Prime shout-out for your channel, bro?
Do it.
Sure.
No? Say
Shout out for the channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to give you a shout-out, but you turned me down cold. You know I get paid $800 an hour to do that?
He really does.
I really do. I was going to give you one for free, and you turned me down. Because I'm that other guy.
Yep. All right, buddy. All right, thanks a lot. Holy crap! All right, ask your other question. I don't care. Go ahead. This isn't live. Go ahead.
What do you guys think of the Marvel Legends, and what do you think about that guy getting fired?
Oh, Dave Bonner?
By that guy, you mean David Bonner, I assume?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dave
okay.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I met him in person. I think Sean's met him in person too.
Yep.
He's a really good guy, and it really sucks. And right now I'm actually participating in the boycott of Hasbro products for the month of April. Just really because I feel like in a lot of ways, not just even Marvel, but a lot of ways Hasbro. I feel like personally, and I'm speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for the whole crew or anything. I feel like Hasbro does not really care about their fans. So I mean that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Unlike what Century Productions says, I think that David Bonner is the Marvel Legends community.
Yeah.
And I've talked to him on Skype before. He's a genius.
Yep.
So you guys remember that?
Holy crap! I do remember that.
There wouldn't be a lot of the Marvel Legends we would not have without him. So I think getting rid of him was a big mistake. But we don't know how we're going to try to get him back. So that
Yeah.
And was that guy that was on Skype that he kept saying that Booster Gold sucked and I started yelling at him about it?
Yeah. Because,
Oh, I'm glad you're in the same boat as me because I called him a genius.
Yep. Yeah, the one time he came on a big Skype call, John and Quorum decided to go after him for no reason.
No,
Nobody told me who he was at this time.
he just said that out of nowhere.
It really sucks that he's fired, yeah.
Yeah. But Marvel Legends look great. What do you think, Sean?
Well, I love the new. I have all the Marvel Legends waves except for the Wave 2 non-variants. But I love them a lot, and Marvel Legends is one of my favorite toy lines out there. But the fact that Dave is not in charge of Universe or won't have his influence on Legends. And it's actually a big reason why I'm selling a lot of my Universe, because I'm like, well, I don't want to continue this line, not only because I have too much stuff as it is, but it was only a line I got into because of Dave Bonner, and now because he's not part of it, it's like I don't feel the need to continue it. I'll keep some of my favorites, especially ones that he had an influence on, but I'm done with Marvel Universe pretty much, and you look at the new Avenger toys, like not the 6-inch ones which look great, but the 3/4" ones that like I've reviewed, they're not that great, and those are definitely Dwight influenced. Dwight Stahl, who's in charge of a lot of the Marvel. Pretty much, I think he's the brand manager for the Marvel toy line.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like the Scott Nylick, but for Marvel toys.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But at least with Scott Nylick, and I met him before, he is really passionate.
Of Mattel, if you don't know, he's what's his nickname?
Yeah, Toy Guru from Mattel.
Toy Guru. That's
Yeah,
right. If you don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, Scott Nylick, Toy Guru, Mattel, he's more passionate and really behind the fans on a lot of things, and he definitely tries his best, even with, you know, how us fans can be very vocal and very upset about things. He at least...
Like when I yelled at him about Stinkor.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're getting Stinkor.
Because of me.
Yeah, exactly. He listened to you, Anthony James. But yeah, with Dwight, he doesn't have that same kind of passion and cares about the fans as much as like, you know, Scott. So I like what Dave he did, and Dave really wanted what we wanted. You know, wanted good paint apps and good sculpts and the articulation
and great character selection too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now it feels like he's just gonna do what's the most cost effective for Hasbro. He's gonna do, you know, like articulation. I know does cost money, and that's why certain companies do have they can only put so much articulation because doing the joints and pins can cost money. But when they really go above and beyond and give us that, then they're showing that they care regardless of how much it costs. But with these new Avenger toys, with the lack of articulation compared to even the Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America 3/4" lines, it's kind of like, wow, this sucks.
They could have easily thrown in like a waist joint in the cap figure.
I know, definitely. And wrist articulation or ankle articulation, they stopped doing that.
Yep, that's annoying.
Those are big things. Like even G.I. Joe
Also-
has those.
All right. We actually have other callers to get to, but if you want to cut...
One last thing, and this is just a quick one.
Oh, you yelling at me? Okay. Okay, go ahead, Jesus. Getting ran over. I'm going to hang up on you. Go ahead.
Do the Marvel Legends Terror Series Ghost Rider, because that was a good figure.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Just need a bike.
All right, yeah, definitely. All right, buddy. All right, thanks a lot. We're going to take another caller now.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's kind of bittersweet that we finally get Marvel Legends in retail,
Yeah.
and then David Bonner's gone.
I know.
You know what else is bittersweet? I can't freaking find all of them. It's making me mad.
It's not hard here. They're everywhere here, dude.
But it's the same ones that everybody else has. It's like the non-variants are hard to find.
Sure.
I know,
Which is
man.
irritating because the non-variants are the ones I wanted for a few of them, like especially Dakin. I want Dakin with the master on it.
I know, and
Oh, well.
apparently someone bought one for $500 or something. It's so crazy.
So, it's like what, like 800 or something? It's way up there. It's ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It's like, dude, it's like you can buy like a old school, like a really like a Hot Toys figure that's been out for many years. That's really hard to find, you know.
Yeah, you get like freaking 6 customs or more than that for that much. You know.
Cat's Lair playset, mint in box, you know.
Yeah. Because that's the same as a Marvel Dakin. So I know it's not.
Yeah, I know it's on. But anyway, let's.
I'm mad. I'm throwing things. So I'm gonna tell you the number again, guys. It's 347-945-7157. I mean, we got actually like 5 people in the queue. So you guys want to take some more callers or talk about something else?
Let's keep them coming.
Yeah, let's take callers. This is
These
great.
callers, yeah. I mean, call anytime, you guys want. I mean, again, the number I just said it, but it's 347-945-7157. All right, caller from the 772 area code. You're on live. BKB and Red.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, baby? Who is this? Who am I talking to?
This is Adriel, Naruto Killer Zero.
Hey, what's up?
Nice. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm
Doing great.
man. If anybody doesn't know, he's an awesome guy on BKB, and I actually talked to him quite a bit on the BKB chat, as well as Jimmy too. We've had some really good discussions on there. Do you have a question for me, buddy?
Yeah, I was wondering, who do you guys think is going to win at the end of A versus X?
I'm thinking
Good
of-
question.
I'm thinking. Oh no, that's hard. I have to read the first issue. I know it just came out today, but literally I woke up right before the show.
That's easy, man. It's gonna be the Avengers.
Yeah, I think so.
There's so many Avengers. They're the main flagship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the X-Men are gonna do like big hits and stuff, but as of right now in the storyline, you know, this is no big spoiler, but Wolverine is part of the Avengers. He's not a part of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff that happened in Schism. There's no way X-Men are going to win this. And a lot of people think it's going to start up a big reboot. I'm not thinking that. I think it's just going to show that the X-Men could stand with the Avengers. So it's going to hype them up more.
I'm
but,
hoping.
Who knows with the offense,
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Avengers as well. And like Sean pointed out on the BKBN versus the ACBA, BKBN would be the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like the Avengers are going to win, because we're better.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just that there's, if you think about the Avengers, almost everyone in the Marvel Universe has been an Avenger at one point. So they can call in. Yeah, exactly. Sandman, Red Hulk, a bunch of villains have been Avengers.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Red Hulk's not really a villain anymore, but I mean, it's just really one of those things that with the Avengers, they have so many people to go through and so many really big top names in that. X-Men, love the X-Men, but I mean, even look at the hype for the Avengers movie compared to any of the X-Men movies. There's so much hype built up because Marvel did it right. I mean, I'm not trying to compare the comic to the movie, but you set up all these characters first in their own comics, and then put them in a team and set up that book. Whereas with X-Men, it's always been established as the original 5 X-Men. They didn't have separate books before. I mean, Wolverine started out on the Hulk, and then he joined the X-Men. So yeah, that was and Hulk was.
You're talking about satellite type things, so I mean, they've expanded with them as well, though.
Yeah, they got several teams.
If you think about
of course.
Marvel is I mean, if you have to pick the 2 biggest factions, it's going to be X-Men, Avengers.
Of course.
Yeah, and the 2 spectrums.
Definitely.
It's also I'm hoping this book. I mean, like I said, I'm going to read it, and I just haven't read the first issue yet. But I hope it doesn't become a whole, and especially with Wolverine being an Avenger, a whole mutants versus superhumans thing, because
Well, I'm wondering too. We haven't really brought this up on a podcast, but Spider-Man, isn't he technically a mutant? Haven't they said that before?
No, he is not a mutant.
No, he's not a mutant.
Okay.
Because they even did an episode in the cartoon about that, where he tried to go to the X-Men school or something.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I was wondering, because I know, it's been said about it, you know how comics are,
Yeah. Y'all remember the cartoon back in the 90s, wherever Spider-Man went over to the Xavier school, and they were like, well, we can't really help you because Beast was trying to help him. He's like, well, you're not really a mutant. You were turned into something. You used to be human.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, well, oh gosh, we're getting a bunch of callers. Holy crap.
Yep.
Alright, John, what do you think about the Avengers and X-Men? Who do you want to win that?
That is a tough one, but I think I like Avengers better than X-Men. I don't know why, I just do.
Yeah.
Maybe just got so much hype about the movie, but it's going to be an epic series, and it's one that's actually making me want to get back into comics full time. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Although it is kind of odd, I know what Corm said before about it, but it is kind of odd seeing Cap against Cyclops. It doesn't seem very even, but maybe they'll turn my opinion about that, because it just doesn't seem like a contest to me.
With the first issue, it may.
I don't know. Yeah, Cyclops. I like Cyclops a lot. I don't know.
Me too.
I mean, it's not that I don't like him. It's just, it's Captain America. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's kind of like Captain America, like freaking the Legend. I don't know, versus Cyclops.
It's like Captain America versus Robin.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. All right. Do you want to go and promote your YouTube channel?
Yeah. My YouTube channel is Naruto Killer Zero. Everyone subscribe and like my videos.
Definitely, I'm subscribed, and I actually enjoy your videos, man. You're a really good guy. All right, thanks a lot for calling in. We're gonna go ahead and take another caller real quick. Area code 447. You're on live.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? You're on live on BKB Radio.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Who am I talking to?
I'm calling from London, England.
Oh, sweet!
What's up, Steve?
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
What's up? UK, yeah.
I want to talk to the professional voice ever guy.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Is this Chief?
That's Form TV, right?
Yeah, it's Shelby.
No, not Cora. The other guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, not Cole.
Yeah, the guy with all the
other
tattoos.
professional.
Oh,
Okay.
what, me?
The guy with all the tattoos.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, Sean. Nice.
Yeah, the guy who does Megatron on Transformers
You can have
Prime.
your keychain pack, Chief.
What's
How you
up?
guys doing?
Dude, we miss you,
Hey,
man.
to rock on this year, bro?
Amazing.
No, unfortunately, I can't come to Boston this year.
Oh,
I know, dude. We
I
had so much fun.
I had to go to Hong Kong this year.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I guess the bowling alley was
Yeah.
here for safe this year.
Oh yeah, the bowling alley was fun, man.
Well, smash a bowling alley for me.
Yes, we'll smack the balls around for you.
Chief,
I mean, what?
Chief's so awesome that he actually broke a piece off the bowling alley in Boston.
I know that was.
They're flying into my lane from across the other lane. It was awesome.
He's the UK Bruce Banner, man. He went all
He's
hulked on
playing
that bowling.
cricket, and all of a sudden he gets over here and he like demolishes the bowling alley.
I know, right? I know, dude.
But at least I got the strike. At least I got the strike.
I know. Dude, man. So good to have you on the call. See, that's what I love about this. We can, well, I mean, even though we have Skype, but, you know, it's still nice to have you on these things.
No, I was just listening online. I thought, if you guys are doing a good job, so I thought I'd give you guys a call.
Man, we appreciate it.
We love you, man.
I appreciate it.
Subscribe to youtube.com/chief8888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888ágh. There should be 8 8s. That would make more sense.
That is true. What does 6 8 even mean?
Well, no, my lucky number is 888 AAA, but that was taken. So I
Okay.
just did double AAA.
Of course, makes sense to
Do
me.
you get locked out of your car lot? Is that why you got 888 on there?
No, I use a brick. That usually helps.
Oh, jeez.
Use that old bowling ball.
Here you go. Nothing is safe when Chief has a bowling ball.
All right.
Watch out for my balls.
Oh, yeah.
Big heavy balls, dude. And he's not afraid to use them.
All right, Chief.
Yeah. No, just a
Calling
quick
in.
question.
Okay.
Yeah, now the Avengers movie is coming out this year, in the next couple of weeks. What's next, do you think?
Oh, they said Iron Man
Actually,
3.
I know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
I know that because I am an insider. I know that the answer to that question is Iron Man 3.
Yep.
And I
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not allowed to say.
that's being made. That starts production in May this year.
Yep.
Yeah, I know
Well,
where
I
that's
mean,
being
in
filmed.
terms of
That's
the Avengers
definitely
themselves.
I would love.
Can go forward.
I love
I
this.
honestly believe that they're going to lead this into a sequel because they know this is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it's going to go into a trilogy, but I know that they're going to tie all the other movies, just like they did with this one. They're going to tie the other movies into it. So between movies, we're going to get Iron Man 3, we're going to get Thor 2, you know, so on and so
Captain
forth.
America too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Ant-Man, I
yeah.
think. Right?
Hopefully, yeah. Solo Ant-Man.
Almost all of these guys have three film contract deals, so it's a given that every single character is going to get a trilogy themselves, and Avengers itself will get a trilogy. They're going to milk this for as much money as they possibly can.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see a Marvel Universe movie?
You want?
No, that's never gonna happen because of all the rights being owned by different studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see some, like, maybe they could hint to stuff that they're not allowed to use. You know, like, they could say something like Web Crawler or some, you know, I was actually going to do it. If Anthony had beat me to it, I was going to use Marvel Legends, or Marvel, the Avengers movie as my April Fool's video. I was going to say that because of my job. And this is true, man, because of my job, my producers get whole movies early. They're not completely finished editing yet. That I was going to tell everybody that I got to see the Avengers. It was awesome, and there was all these inside jokes about you know, Tony Stark meets Hawkeye for the first time. He's like, so what's your powers? Do you like throw webs, or you or do you get claws that come out of your hands? You know, I thought if they would put some inside jokes like that, that would be cool with me. You know, that'd be about as good as we're going to get, because there's no way that 20th Century Fox is going to release anything, and vice versa. You know, Sony and Fox are never going to get along where we're going to get what we want. So
They have a death grip on that stuff.
Yep.
Which sucks for us. Yeah.
But you know, because Sony Pictures is doing Spider-Man, and because, you know, Sony also has got a hand in the Avengers, there is a possibility that I believe somewhere down the road that we'll get Spider-Man in there with the rest of these guys. I think that's a possibility.
Hopefully.
It depends if Disney's willing to dish out the money to buy back the contracts, which
I think if the new movie does well and it ends up getting a trilogy itself, the reboot, I think they'll consider it.
I'm thinking if anything, it's going to be 10 years maybe when you're going to see it.
Well, I didn't say it was going to be soon. I just said it's a possibility down the
No,
road.
I'm just saying, like, at the minimum, it would be 10 years because how they have
Well, look how long we waited for a Spider-Man movie to begin with. Remember all the contract problems? They couldn't decide who owned the thing, and they were fighting back and forth.
Yeah, it's the same thing with
How long was it?
Watchmen
Like 20-something years? That we
Yeah.
finally got a Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, I mean, because the same thing happened with Watchmen, but Warner Brothers didn't realize what happened, and then they had to dish out money to Paramount, to 20th Century Fox from Watchmen. That's why it lost more money than it gained.
But I honestly, even if it does take 10 years, if we keep getting, these other movies in the meantime, Iron Man 3, Thor 2 and 3, Captain America 2 and 3, all these other films get movies in between, and I think we'll have our fill of Marvel movies, and then by the time they're getting close to the end of their runs, we'll get Spider-Man thrown in there with it,
Oh,
Maybe that'll work out.
that reminds me. Happy birthday to Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday.
I'm sure he's listening. Yeah.
Birthday 5-foot man who makes more money than I do in my whole lifetime.
Is he really
All
5
right,
foot?
Chief, thanks. Thank you so much for calling in. We're going to move on to the next caller here. Caller 703, you're on live, BKBN Radio. 703, that's your area code. Well, come on now, I'm going to hang up on you.
5-second call.
5, 4, 3, 2.
73703.
703. All right, I'm hanging up.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, just in time.
Hey, sorry. I just want to say that I love you guys.
Oh, thank you. We love you too.
Who do you love, in order, who do you love the most?
Why do you do this?
Sean, myself, Anthony James, Corm TV, or John Bailey?
You guys are just all like the most amazing Marvel lovers in the whole entire universe.
Especially Corm, yeah.
Marvel. That's his favorite.
That is. Do you have any kind of question, or
Yeah, what do you guys think about the new Marvel movie coming out?
which the Avengers
Yeah.
Like what?
Spider-Man movie.
or Spider-Man? Yeah, which one?
Or all of them?
I think you mean the Avengers, don't you?
Yeah.
And by the way, who is this?
What?
Oh, what's your name?
My name's Joseph.
Hey, Joseph.
Joseph, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah. My name is the one, the only Bob.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Your name is Joseph, but you go by Bob. That's all.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna point that out. That's funny.
Can I call you Mighty Joe Young? Would that be cool?
At least you don't have numbers in your name.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm
Hey,
really.
what's happening wrong with having numbers in your name, Anthony?
Well, in your case, it works. But,
Yeah. I just want to have a shout out to my friend Bailey because he's a giant fan of you guys too. And yeah.
Tell him to call in.
Did you say his name did you say his name was Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome name. Tell him I said that.
Yeah, it's a great drink too.
definitely, and tell them we're all super excited about the Avengers for sure.
Definitely. Avengers is my top movie I'm excited for this year. Then
Definitely.
We
Well,
both like Taco, but
what? What the you little son of a gun?
wait,
You
what?
little son of a gun. I'm not gonna repeat what he said, but that was.
Oh my God, it's Hugo Weaving's birthday today too. Red Skull's birthday and Megatron. Sorry.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, and Heath
Like,
Ledger's
said-
birthday's today too. Oh my
No,
God.
I heard it.
Sean,
I'm sorry.
Sean, anyway. All right.
Sir, I'm writing down all these numbers anyway.
Okay. Yeah. I got that number. Okay. 3. The number to call in is 347-945-7157. All right. We're gonna move on to the next caller. Area code 818. You're on live. BKBN Radio.
Hey guys,
Hey, what's up? Who am I talking to?
Edgar.
Hey, Edgar.
Edgar Allan Poe. How you doing,
I
buddy?
was going to say, Edgar Allan Poe.
You guys are awesome. First of all, I would like to say,
All right. Do you have a question or anything, or just tell
yeah.
junk? Okay. What's up?
I had a question about the Avengers. Like, for Incredible Hulk, if you guys remember the scene where Dr. Blue or whatever his name was, where
Yeah,
Obama,
Mr.
Yep,
like,
the leader.
Mr. Green.
punches him. Yeah, there you go. Where he punches him and how he believes in his leader supposedly.
Yep,
You think
that-
that they'll bring it back maybe in the Avengers or somehow incorporate
I
it.
think that's
Actually-
going to be the next Hulk film.
Actually, in the comic books, I think it's Fury's. What's the name of that comic book, Corm? The online comic book with Nick Fury right now. It shows Mr. Green, and he looks normal, and he's standing there with the Devastator armor. I didn't read it, but I looked through, so I don't. Or
I don't know if that's in continuity.
Well, they're using the movie characters, so I don't know if it's in continuity or whatever. But I mean, as far as we know, like I guess I don't know what happened with the leader, but I mean he looked normal there, so I don't know. Yeah, it's
I think they'll bring him back for another Hulk movie, or they'll bring him back in the next Avengers film.
Yeah, you know what though?
I'm hoping. Yeah.
I was
hoping.
watching it the other day, and I was wondering like where he went and stuff. That's why.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be Loki and his minions in this one. I don't think they're going to do like a super villain team. They're going to reserve that for the second or third film.
That's what I'm thinking, and then I'm wondering because obviously Red Skull. I mean, he didn't die.
Yeah. He just got transported. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, it looked like Asgard or something they was transported to.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you have to think about it from an entertainment standpoint and from a movie money-making standpoint. They want to hold on to the best for last. When they know that this thing is they know it's going to be good enough to get a sequel. They already know that.
Yeah.
They know that now because there's just so much overwhelming support for this film, even though it's not even out yet. They know they're going to make a 2 and 3, so they're going to reserve their absolute best for last in hopes that they can make another 3 later on, probably.
Yeah,
and they've been smart. Other than the Iron Man villains, they haven't killed the villains because remember Abomination wasn't dead either.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's another thing I was gonna ask. Where you guys think Abomination is? That would be cool if they bring in an Avengers.
They don't ever really completely kill them off because there's always a chance they can use that again, and they don't want to burn any bridges.
See, an Abomination
lose money on it. See what I'm saying?
And Abomination would be easy for them to bring in because they wouldn't even have to get the actor again. They could just bring in the CG Abomination.
CG, they wouldn't even have to bother acting anybody. They might get a voiceover actor.
Yeah, and there you go. They could use one. Yeah, probably.
None of the love interests. Do you guys think of any of like things like
like what else?
Natalie Portman or any of them will be appearing in Avengers or not? Like
I don't know. That's
well, Pepper Potts is supposed to be in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it depends on the budget, the film's budget, because they already have an additional load of money just for their main characters. So most likely these other supporting characters that are high-paid actors will probably be in that particular character's next film. So we'll probably see her again in Thor 2. I would doubt it that she'd be in Avengers. He might reference her, but I don't think they'll show her.
I'm thinking that.
If she was going to be, they would be, other than a cameo, they would be promoting, oh, by the way, Natalie Portman's in this film.
Yeah, I think it's also because when they get Thor back into Earth, I think there's going to be so much going on with the invasion that he won't even have time to see, like Jane. So like, I think that after the whole they win the battle and all that stuff, it's like finally I want to go see Jane after all this. They'll reference that probably.
That's what I'm thinking. Like he could be going back to see Jane or something, or who knows what could happen. He could be like going to see Jane, then something happens.
Does anybody know the length of this film yet?
They said it's like 2.5 hours almost.
Yeah, that makes about nice. So they've got 2.5 hours. So if you think about that in terms of acts, because every movie's a play, and if you got Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, Act 1 they introduce the characters again in case anybody hasn't seen the other films. Yeah. Act 2 is where they have to learn to get along as a team. They're going to have individual fights. Of course, you've seen that in the trailer. Yep. They have to learn how to get along and fight together. Then that's when the conflict comes in, which is climaxed in Act 3. Which means they all finally come together, they beat the villains, and the day is saved. Or they leave it hanging with the to be continued, like they do with, Star Wars.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a to be continued, though.
Well, with the individual movies, I don't think there will be a to be continued. If there was Avengers 2 was supposed to be the next movie, I would say
I honestly think there's going to be an after-credit scene in a Marvel Avengers that's going to let people know that they're already planning on doing Avengers 2.
And I almost bet you anything it's going to set up some other villain or some kind of villain team or something.
Guarantee it will.
Like you'll see in an Infinity Gauntlet
or Return. Turn into yellow at the end of it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I'll pay off, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And Green Lantern 2 coming.
That'd be the only way Green Lantern would get
But yeah, or the Return of Red Skull or like some kind of Infinity Gauntlet, there'll be something they'll get.
I don't think that. Well, yeah,
maybe they'll have Loki retreating and he shows up on another planet and Red Skull meets him there somewhere. Or they'll just hear his voice and see. It'll be a Hello, Mrs. Robinson point of view, where it's going to be between Red Skull's legs and Loki lands. It's been like, Mr. Anderson.
Well, maybe we'll get Thanos or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt that they'll do the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's the rumors I've heard. The whole Infinity Gauntlet thing.
But if you've ever read that, they can't make that into a freaking movie.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there. Just calm down.
Well, the Cosmic Cube is.
I was talking with Punk Rocky earlier. I think it'd be cool, like what they made. They made Hank Pym a scientist for S.H.I.E.L.D., and on the table you see him working on a robot that you assume is Ultron.
Yeah,
And like after the things, you see maybe Ultron's eyes light up or something, like, that Ultron's like in the universe or whatever.
I think what would be the coolest thing to me would be
Like
the coolest thing was that the day is saved and blah blah blah, and then they show one of the main characters going back to his or her quarters, and they turn into a Skrull. That would be sick.
Oh my God!
There you
Whoa.
go. That's something.
That would be
too.
like that. Oh, holy crap! There's going to be another movie.
That's something too. That'd be very much like the end of Earth's Mightiest Avengers too.
Yep,
Yeah.
This is season 1. All right, buddy. Thanks so much for calling in. We're going to move on.
They tie in the cartoon to the movies. So.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to another caller real quick. Once again, if you guys want to call in anytime, the number is 347-945-7157. And just hold on though. Don't hang up. I know a lot of people are hanging up and trying to call back. That actually moves you down on the list. I'm entering these in order. So yeah, so don't do that. Quit doing that. All right, caller 240, you're on live. BKB Radio. 240.
Hello?
Hey, what's
Hey,
up,
what's
buddy?
up?
How you doing? Who am I talking to?
William?
William, how you doing? This is Anthony James. Do you have a question for anybody from the crew?
Yeah, I was wondering, I saw this question on BK Karen. I was wondering, should they ever remake Back to the Future?
No.
No, I don't think a remake is a good idea. I think a sequel would be a better idea than a remake.
Yeah.
Or something.
You know what though? A remake, not now though.
Yeah.
It's too close.
Yeah,
I would
remake
say
later on down
probably,
the road.
yeah, like 10 years. So like the next generation, like if they don't know what Back to the Future is, that'd be perfectly fine. Kind of like what they're doing with RoboCop, because a lot
I'd
of
put
people.
good money that there'd be a Back to the Future 4 before there'd be a reboot.
I don't know. How would they do a Back to the Future 4?
I mean, it's an endless. It's time travel. It's endless, bro.
Yeah, but they have to get whole new actors and everything, man.
I don't think they would have to get a whole new actors. They could have Marty McFly's son.
Yeah. Which was played by Michael J. Fox.
And they could have him make a cameo like they did in the game. I think that's fine.
Okay, I could see that.
They can get freaking Zac Efron. I mean, somebody that's basically the Marty McFly of today.
Sure, yeah. Okay,
Well,
I'll go with that. Believe it or not, Zac Efron's actually a decent actor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, he's basically the Michael J. Fox of our generation. Somebody like that, or Michael Cera, something that would a little character that you want him to stand up and have a backbone, but he's
Not Michael Cera. Yeah, I don't know. Not him.
Somebody can say Doc all the time,
Yeah. Definitely. But I'm with you guys. I don't know about any kind of remake. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, and I'm sure if money lined up and stuff, they'd be like, okay, let's reboot this.
Yeah, they'd have to wait. The more appropriate time is when all of us are like 40 or 50, and we're like, oh, I don't remember.
Yeah. But when did that movie come out? Was it the 80s?
Late 80s.
Yeah.
End of the
1985.
85 and then 89 and 90. Those were the movies.
It was mid to end of the 80s.
Do what?
I think it was 91 too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, it was 90. 89 and 90. That's when part 2 and 3 came out.
Yeah, they took 2 and 3 close together.
Yeah, because remember at the end of part 2, you saw a preview for part 3.
Yep.
Actually, they filmed 2 and 3 together, didn't they?
Yeah. That's right.
I think Universal, I think they were celebrating their anniversary that time when part 3 was released. I think they were celebrating their, I think it was 75th anniversary. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think so.
Okay.
But they're celebrating 100 years this year, so.
That's crazy.
Sure.
That is crazy, yeah.
You know what that means? Blu-ray, special edition.
They're already doing it. Yeah, they're doing it for
Yeah, they are, dude.
like.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, but do you have a YouTube channel or anything you want to promote real quick?
Anakin Fan 8.
Oh, nah. See, I know who you are. Awesome.
Yeah, dude, you rock, man. It's so real quick. Since you're on here, before you go, do you like that you're able to call into us and actually talk to us instead of just like type in the chat?
Yes.
You like it a lot better?
See, I told you, Sean. It's a
Mhm.
good idea.
I know.
I can talk with you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you big Anakin Skywalker fan?
Duh.
Did you know that I voiced 2 different toys that had Anakin Skywalker voice on? I did the voice of Anakin twice.
What is this plug?
Yeah, it is.
3.0.
I know what it is. What are you doing?
I do have a toy that John. I have a few toys
That's
that
right.
John plays.
I did the voice of Anakin on that crossovers quad changer Death Star / Yeah, that was me, bro.
That is an amazing job.
And I like how
So
Anakin
basically,
fan,
his name is John Fan.
pretty much. I like how Anakin fan said, "Oh yeah," like he knew that you did those toys.
Yeah.
Like he was
He
like,
did a Sean Long. Oh yeah.
I was about to say that. Yeah, he pulled a Sean Long. We're Sean like, "Oh yeah, I know you did that."
Oh.
I don't have a bad feeling about subscribing to Anakin Fan on me.
Yeah. All right, Anakin fan. Thanks so much for calling in. Of course, I'm going to repeat the number again. Won't drill it in there. The number is, if you want to call in, 347-945-7157. All right, we're going to take another caller really
Or 900 Happy Ending.
Exactly. 805, you're on live, BKBN Radio.
Hey. This
Hey.
is Maylonda.
Okay.
Nilando, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm fantastic, actually.
Thank you.
I just wanted
I mean,
to
you're
say
welcome.
that-
Sorry.
What?
I don't know. I said the wrong thing.
That was an improper response to both. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Melanda.
I just wanted to say that I'm very proud of you guys.
Oh.
You're like the best people on YouTube.
Oh.
It's true.
I'm crying. Hold on. You okay? Sorry. You
Oh.
guys are the best Marvel spokespersons of all.
That's true. We are. If you want to cry, it's okay. Go ahead.
You guys are like 24/7 up in the hizzy of Marvel, and you guys should be like the people who create Marvel superheroes.
Yeah, we should. Stanley is old.
Yeah.
So,
you
and he
guys
screwed
are,
over Jack Kirby. You know about that?
That's amazing.
It's good. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, man.
I'm
Before
gonna
you say
use that. I'm
something,
gonna use that quote on my website. Up in the hizzy.
exactly up in the hizzy. Are you gonna say something inappropriate before you go?
No, why?
Okay. All right. I was just.
But I
wondering.
gotta keep it clean. We got some young children.
That's right. Do you have a YouTube channel or anything to promote?
No, but can I just do a shout out to
Sure.
my brother?
Yeah.
Brandon, I think you are beautiful, and I hope you are having fun in kindergarten.
Oh.
What? Okay. Alrighty. Alright, buddy. Thanks so much for calling in. We're going to take another caller. Really quick. Area code. What is it? 304. 304. You're on live. BKBN Radio. 304.
Yes, it's me here. Yes.
What's
Good.
up?
Well, is this Jimmy again? Hello. Hey.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. It sounds like we're getting pranked. Who is this?
Yes, this is Commander Starscream.
Oh, it is Starscream. How you doing?
Yes, it's doing very well over here.
You're doing the voice all wrong.
It depends on which version of Star Trek.
I know. There's so many.
I don't know.
I'm a voice actor. Yeah, I'm a voice actor over here from the area code of 304. So, what's up?
What's up, man?
What's your name, dude?
You're doing amazing. How you doing? Who is this?
I'm Grievous First 15 from YouTube. Yeah, I do some subscriptions and voice act for other users.
Nice. Do you have a question for anybody?
One of my questions for Sean Long.
Oh, what's up?
Like reviews. Okay, Sean. Like about 2 years ago, you got the Starscream figure, like Lunar Class, and you
Yes.
didn't review it.
Oh,
Like I've been thinking a lot about like getting my talents like broadcasted out there, and like I was wondering if I could help out by letting my Starscream voice to you.
oh. Well, I mean, are you talking about like movie Starscream, like with the movie leader
Yeah,
one?
like Class Starscream. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that my amazingly talented best bud John 3.0 does an amazing G1 Starscream. I mean, I'm sure he could do a movie Starscream, but I mean, with movie Starscream, it is like Charlie Adler. He does them, and it is that
Yeah,
more.
like two variations of Starscream's voice very well. I can do like the Prime Starscream, which you've heard, and I can also do the live action Starscream, kind of with acceptable
But yeah, I mean, just remind me, like, whenever I get to that. It's definitely a figure out of all the movie figures. It's one of my favorites. I've never been a huge fan of his robot mode, but I love he's an F-22. And of all the Starscreams, that one and the Voyager one from Revenge of Fallen were my favorite. So yeah, I mean, yeah, just remind me. I'm concentrating on the Prime stuff right now, but
He's just trying to be nice, bro. But we've already got a 5-year contract that I do all of them.
I should do that. It's like, I'm surprised Sean has. It's like, okay, Sean, I'm gonna do besides.
Especially when I do the best Starscream.
Yeah, it's like besides Sean doing the voices, like John has to do all. Yeah,
I
because
actually had to do something similar for them for a video game.
oh really? You had to do a contract thing. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So, all right, buddy. Thanks a lot for
Well, I
calling
appreciate you calling, bro.
Yeah.
Next time, talk to real voice actor, not these posers.
That's all right. All right.
What did you want them to promote anything or whatever?
I think he did.
I would refer to my Skype name as Greatest Friend 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right.
Keep up the
Can
awesome.
you give me a shout out too?
Huh? Okay. Go ahead. What now?
Can you give me a little shout out too?
Sure.
Who's Sean?
Okay. Yeah, to my YouTube username Grievous Apprentice 15.
Grievous Apprentice 15. Oh yeah, he's right there. Grievous Apprentice 15. So subscribe to him. He's in the chat. Grievous.
Oh, the chat on your live show.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you actually go to Sean's channel, he's doing a live show right now too.
Yep. Yeah. What? Exactly. So yeah, subscribe to him and check out his voice acting, and yeah, hopefully one day you'll be as good as Sean 3.0.
Or not, because John needs to keep his job.
That's right, Sean. Sean, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Are you trying to starve my children?
No. I'm just. Oh, it's a very.
You've met my kids. How dare you?
It's a very cutthroat business. So I'm sorry.
Dude, I've seen his kids. How can you do that to us, man?
Oh, I know. I met his kids.
He sent me a Christmas card. That's messed up, Sean. Freaking jeez, man.
They call you Uncle Sean.
They do.
Oh.
They don't.
Oh.
Nice. The other guy. That's awesome.
They do think every time I talk to somebody online, they always assume it's Sean. They're like, is that Sean?
Oh.
Do they? That's funny.
Everybody call it Chris Hansen.
Oh, that's
You know you could actually go to prison for impersonating people. You know that, right?
Well,
Just so you know.
No, that's impersonating law enforcement.
Seeing that I found out that you make money off of my voice.
well,
I
I'm
hate
definitely
you.
going to make money off of Anthony's. I'm totally using that voice.
Anthony, before we take another call, do you want to talk about any other subject or just keep taking calls?
let's go ahead and I'm gonna go and put the number out there, and then let's talk about another subject. The number is 347-945-7157. But let's go ahead and talk about another subject real quick. Let's move on to something that just happened Monday. The return of Brock Lesnar, of course, Brock Lesnar, former UFC heavyweight champion. He actually returned to WWE Monday.
Yep.
And gave freaking the John Cena an F5. It was freaking awesome. All right, let's talk about that really quick.
Oh yeah, man. Well, yeah, dude, it was awesome because Brock Lesnar, I haven't seen him in a it's been like 8 years now. He's been in UFC. I'm not the biggest UFC fan. I've seen some UFC matches like on Spike TV. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely like he was good in it. But I loved him in WWE, and it's cool that he comes back. His music's playing, and what does he do? He just circles around the ring, and then he acts like he's gonna shake Cena's hand and F5, and that was pretty awesome.
I love what the crowd was saying too.
What?
They were saying, "Holy,"
Yeah. They say that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just it was cool in that moment because he's just walking down the ring and
They were saying, "Holy shirts!
Holy shirts!"
They were. Yeah, and the best part is if you didn't know that Brock Lesnar was going to return, then you need to check BKB more because I posted that.
Yeah. Oh no, I knew because of Anthony and our website BKBN that he was going to return, but when he didn't return at WrestleMania, it's like, well, you know what? He could return on Monday Raw because the Raw after WrestleMania is always the highest rated Raw, so that was and it was a great Raw overall, even without him being there. So it was a really good one.
It would be a medium well for Raw, but it's
Yes.
Multiple brothers.
But definitely.
We go.
Anything else, Corm?
Wait, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I was excited when I saw that because basically after WrestleMania it was okay. Like, it didn't leave me with a good feeling like, oh, I should just totally jump back into wrestling. Because, I mean, I gotta thank you guys for actually getting me into it again. But, like, Brock Lesnar was a big part of why I liked wrestling. And then when he went to the UFC, it kind of simmered down for me. And just seeing him back, it reignited my love for for WWE, and wrestling altogether. So, I just thought it was cool. Like, I knew he was coming back, but the little fanboy in me, totally, forgot for that moment. So when I saw it, it was like, whoa, awesome.
The little Century Productions side of us all.
Yeah.
If it's not in your collection, you don't have a collection.
No, it's funny because he said that to me. He gave me a Brock Lesnar figure from the UFC, whatever the deluxe ones are.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Did he really say that to you though? That this isn't in your collection? I have a collection.
Something like that. Yeah.
What? How dorky. That is sad. John, I know you're a huge MMA and wrestling fan. What do you think about this?
Actually, I think this actually brings some credibility to wrestling. That wrestling may need a little bit, well, for at least for people like me who've always been, this is a show, but this is still a sport, and people do seriously get hurt and stuff. But this dude is a bad egg. I mean, he is seriously. I mean, I've seen him bleeding like a crazy fool up in MMA before. I mean, UFC, dude, he is no holds barred. He's pretty. I mean, the only way it could have been better is if Chuck Norris showed up.
Oh yeah.
That's true. That would be a really funny. That'd be a funny cameo.
That'd be awesome.
I just think
Vince Vaughn could just show up and be like, "Thank you, Chuck Norris."
Yes.
I think it's pretty cool though because he has now the credibility that nobody else has. That he has been a heavyweight champion, like a legit heavyweight champion in NCAA, then wrestling, and then he went to UFC. So basically, he's hit anything other than boxing, which is a dead sport anyway.
That was my exact point too. It's like he's dominating this stuff, and he brings a lot. He brings not only a lot of physical weight, but he brings a lot of clout with him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's a legit fighter.
Exactly. And he's also played NFL football. I mean, he got
he didn't actually play a game or anything. But.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I guess they wanted him to go to the European League. Because he hasn't played football since high school, I guess. But they didn't just initially just cut him. They wanted him to because he had something, but he just decided to make more money at the UFC.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, football, you can't walk into football, the NFL, if you haven't really played in college and all this other stuff. I don't know. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know. I'm glad he went to UFC. It worked out for him.
Yeah.
So, and I thought it was cool. The only thing I noticed, the only thing I want to bring up, he's been really sick a lot recently. So I don't know how it's going to affect him. If you notice, Sean, he didn't jump on the ropes jump on the apron like he used to.
Yeah.
And hold the ropes. He walked up the stairs. So I don't know if that's a physical thing or what, because it felt like, and he was wearing a shirt and everything, and it kind of felt like I kind of wondered physically, where is he at? You know what I'm saying?
Well, how many people have done that jumping to the rope thing ever since he left? You had Bobby Lashley. You had that.
But that was his
too.
That was his thing, though, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's still maybe this is a new Brock Lesnar, a more real Brock Lesnar. So
I don't want a real Brock Lesnar. I want Brock Lesnar. I want the Brock Lesnar that's like John Bailey and beats on his keyboard continuously. Throughout this podcast, that's what I want.
Well, I mean, I can interrupt you if you really want me to.
No, I'll see what you just wrote. Okay. All right.
One quick thing about it. Do you think now, Anthony, since he's going to be with the company for a year, do you think that they're going to make an elite figure of him finally?
I hope so. I don't know how that works with Jax though. But if he's not part of the UFC, I don't know. I wonder if they sign. I wonder if you just leave the UFC because, I know wrestlers that kind of happens with that. Once they leave.
I Jax in Mortal Kombat 3.
Sure, yeah. But I wonder how that works with the UFC stuff. How the licensing works. I don't know the likeness. I don't know, Sean. I don't know. That's a good question. I really want them to, but I think eventually there will be one. I just don't know. like if there will be one anytime.
Yeah,
very soon,
because
you know what I'm saying?
it is funny because I have some of those TNA and UFC figures. Like I have
They're horrible. Yeah.
I have the
That's
Brock
nice, bro.
the Brock Lesnar, the Randy Couture, and
Yeah.
what's Rampage Jackson, but they're so much bigger than they. Okay, let's take some calls.
Okay. Now we'll take some calls. Well, I want to talk about some Ninja Turtles, Sean.
Oh, I thought we were gonna like take some calls about this.
No, we're talking about some Ninja Turtles, Sean. But if you do want to call in, you can. All right, we'll take one call.
Yeah, because Mr. Sound Blaster wants us to answer his call.
But okay, all right, jeez. Well, gosh, he controls the show, I guess. Apparently, Sean. You're on the King of BKBN, so I want to answer this phone call for you, Sean. Hold on. All right, Mr. 217, you're all live with BKBN Radio. How you doing? Who am I talking to? I heard you on the phone. I know you're there. Sound Blaster? Is it Sound Blaster go?
I can't tell.
What? I
You have a mirror in your house.
yeah. 217. Who am I talking to?
I think this is me.
Yeah, it's you, buddy. It's you. Talk to me.
Is that your area code? That's what
I
we're
have a
asking.
question for you guys. What do you guys think of the Rebel Tech line?
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
yeah. Like I have a few. I'm actually getting all the Iron Man 2 ones. Like I got the Mark 6. I plan to get War Machine, Mark 2, 3, 4. I have the Optimus Prime. I have the Dante. I want to get some of the Godzilla ones. I mean, it's definitely. They're like Marvel Legends with swappable hands and really good articulation, but they're pricey. They can be $40, $50.
Very much.
Yeah,
Because
so
they're imports, they're freaking expensive, but they're great if you're a YouTuber that is stop motion.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
exactly. They're perfect like 6-inch versions of, like I said, like besides from Marvel Legends, they're like the best 6-inch versions you can get, like better paint apps and like swappable hands and heads. But like I said, they're $40, $50, so that's the only bad thing about them.
Yeah, I'm just starting to get into them. They are quite expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not as expensive as getting into the Takara Masterpiece type stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely, or Hot Toys.
Yeah, John, what do you think?
That's basically my 2 cents. They're really cool. They're very, very, very detailed, super articulate, but they do not transform, and they cost a lot. So there's just as much positive as there is negative about it.
I think they're great, but like you're right, there's negatives to them, and they're very expensive, man. Like, and I understand why some of them are expensive, like say Dante or something, but like some of them, I just don't want to pay that much money for them,
Yeah. Which ones are you collecting?
Color.
I just bought the Rebel Tech Gurren Lagann.
The what now?
It's Rebel Tech Gurren Lagann. I don't think many people have heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. Do you know, Sean?
Or? That sounds familiar. I know Revoltech does a lot of those Japanese anime shows.
They do a lot more than Transformers.
Yeah, they do.
Anime shows.
Yeah, because they have a lot of licenses. It's like Hot Toys. They were doing Godzilla, but now Bandai Japan's doing Monster Arts, and they had Predator, Alien. They even had a Batman from Batman Begins. They had.
Oh, you're right. They do. I forgot all about that. Yeah.
They had a Jurassic Park T-Rex. They had. They had the Transformer ones. Now they're doing the movie Transformer ones, like Prime and Bumblebee. So yeah, I mean they have a lot of different licenses. So yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, Revoltech's the way to go. But like I said, it'll be pricey to collect those, but not as bad as like Hot Toys or Medicom or whatever.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you have a YouTube channel or?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, I have a new one that I just started called The Gaming Newbie.
Okay, cool. So, sounds awesome, man. Definitely check out The Gaming Newbie. Thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, once again, if you want to call in, I know I said the number a million times, but it is 347-945-7157, and call in anytime, and
818, the other guy.
I promoted the show again, like on everything, BKBN, Facebook, Twitter, and my Twitter and Facebooks.
Alright.
Yeah, and make sure to go to the website bkbn.net for
yeah, of course.
in a big way.
Yes,
exactly.
And we got
seeing that this podcast is from that.
Definitely.
That is true. BKB. I'm sorry. Yeah, BKBN.net. Well, obviously you know BKBN.net. Come on, guys. Come on. How do you not know that? Anyway, Sean, let's talk about some Ninja Turtles. You want to?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's talk about the adult alien Ninja Turtles. Apparently, because they're not teenagers or mutants anymore. What do you think about that, Sean?
It's okay. It's really hard because Ninja Turtles is one of my favorites, and the title itself says it all. They're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 4 words that is putting together sounds crazy, but that's what we love about it. So when you're taking especially the mutant and the teenager out of it, it's like Ninja Turtles. Okay, that's half of it, but I mean. Every incarnation I've known of Ninja Turtles, even if they changed some things like what they did with Shredder in that 2003 Ninja Turtle show or 2, whatever, Shredder was different than how he was in the 80s and comic and everything. But so I know they tweak stuff, but that's tweaking a lot. And the fact that Michael Bay was the one to say it when he's had so much crap about him for what he's done to Transformers over the last 6 years, whatever. It's kind of like, dude, do you really have to, like, as John has said in my final transformation videos, like in your Michael Bay Rapes Your Childhood edition DVD, Blu-ray, which John says it better. I'm trying to do my best.
Yeah, I do. That's what I do.
Exactly, but no, I mean. It could be cool. I don't know. It's just I'm very skeptical. I'm not like gonna hate Michael Bay. I still love the Transformer movies for what they are because I knew it wasn't gonna be what I knew from G1, and I knew it was gonna be a different universe. So it could be good. I mean, it's not like he's directing it; he's just producing it. So the guy that did John Carter is actually doing it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad.
Live action title then.
Yeah, like. So it's funny because I don't think anyone's really seen John Carter, so I gotta go see John Carter to see how good he'll do in this Ninja Turtle movie. But
they'll get your hopes up.
Oh, I know. John's the only one I think that's seen it in our group.
Well, the problem is Michael Bay has his hand in it, so it's automatically going to rape something.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it be your childhood or he'll offend you with some characters that are making fun of a certain race or something.
Exactly.
Yep, it'll be racist or like tons of supermodels running in slow motion. Again, a lot of explosions.
Don't worry, man. We'll have so many explosions. It'll be so cool.
Yeah.
We'll explode all over the park. That would have been awesome.
Exactly. John, how do you feel about this, man?
I'm actually disappointed. I mean, the whole point of them is that that's a humongous part of the story. It's like what they did when they did Transformers the first time, and they knocked out the fact that they crash landed here a long time ago, and that volcanic eruption woke them up. They scanned what they thought was the local life forms, thinking that their vehicles were smarter than people, that were biological forms, and it just seems like that was a major thing, and then they cut all of it out.
Yeah.
That's what's made a lot of fans mad the first time when they did Transformers. That same thing with G.I. Joe. It just seemed like they took this awesome stuff and they just it's like they took our childhood version of what we knew the storyline to be, stuck it in a blender, and just poured it out and say, well, this is for the average moviegoer. This is not for the hardcore fan. So I feel like that they're going to do the same thing with Ninja Turtles. I think they're only going to focus on the fact that they're ninjas and they're turtles. But I mean, seriously, alien turtles? I mean, we might as well watch Power Rangers.
Hey, they were on a Power Ranger show, that Next Mutation or whatever. Remember that?
Don't you even bring up that show.
Do you think that
the female turtle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was an amazing show.
And they made it where they weren't brothers anymore.
I've heard that they're going to make a female out of one of these turtles too.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing now too.
No, you did.
I did. I promise I did.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I heard that one of the characters is most likely going to be a female.
What? The heck?
And I guarantee you, what he did the same thing he did when he did Transformers. When he quote unquote researched the role, he watched about 2 or 3 hours of Transformers, just like throughout from the beginning to the end. He pulled the parts that he liked the best out of the franchise and threw them in there. And I guarantee he liked the fact that there was a female in one version of Turtles, so he decided to use that. You know what I mean? So I think it's I think it's going to be a fairly cool movie because for a moviegoer, there's 2 ways to go to a movie. You go as a fan of the franchise, or you go as a movie fan. If you go as a movie fan, you're not disappointed. If you go as a franchise fan, you're always going to find things you don't like about it.
Definitely.
I mean, honestly, and I wasn't a huge fan of some of the Marvel Legends stuff and the Marvel character stuff. I knew about them. I liked them. but I wasn't, I didn't know every single little detail about him, and that's why I think I enjoyed the Marvel movies so much, like Iron Man and stuff. But hardcore Iron Man fans probably had a lot of stuff in the Iron Man movies that they didn't like, and I've heard that I thought the villain was great in the first movie. I thought Iron Man was really cool. A lot of people hated him, but I can see why, because magic doesn't really work in the movie concept. So I mean, I totally understand. I feel like he's gonna take the bits and pieces he liked the best, call himself a fan of the franchise, and throw in the bits and pieces he likes the best, change up some major important stuff as far as the storyline is concerned, and basically just look at the fans and say, this is just what I want. Because he did the same thing. He's like, why did Optimus Prime have flames? Because I wanted Optimus Prime to have flames. He's basically just thumbing his nose at the fans saying, screw you, I wanted flames, so that's what I got. So I don't care if you wanted a red and blue truck or not.
Quorum, tell me what you think about this.
All right, at my actual job, I actually told some of my coworkers, and they were just like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then later on that day, they were like, you know what you told me kind of pissed me off. Because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, in my lifetime at least, were bigger than Transformers. They were bigger than everything.
Well, they kind of came after Transformers. So they were like the super popular thing in the 90s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, Quorum's younger, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm younger than you, John. But
I mean, it was like Transformers, they kind of passed the torch, and then Turtles just blew up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean.
I mean, like, me and my brother, like, it's funny because you like one of the four, and, that's, Cowabunga or whatever. But anyway, like, everybody was a big fan, especially, like, because I'm in my, like, early 20s, so, like, we're going to be the major populace watching this movie. And because of this news breaking, and I don't think it's really mainstream yet. It's like for us people like that are online all the time and part of this website, that like we know it now, but when it's like dished out, I don't think it's gonna even work. The whole alien thing, because it pissed me off because they're changing something really drastically.
Exactly.
Like, and like. Maybe
it's like they're changing a cornerstone. I mean, the mutant is in the name.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not like you took Transformers and called them Transformings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or robot car bots. He didn't change like fundamentals of it, but it seems like that's a fundamental thing to change.
Yeah.
It would almost be like making Transformers non-aliens.
Exactly.
And the bad thing is too, like, not only that. How about the other characters? How do they fit in? Because
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Splinter can't be a red, alien. That doesn't make sense. He's not a turtle.
So what, are they going to have multiple species of aliens on one ship and they come here or whatever?
Holy crap, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
On top of that, if let's say he's going to go a more realistic route, which doesn't make sense, that means, all right, Crane could probably be in there because he could be an alien type thing.
Yep.
Well, how
that would make sense. That's the only.
And then, like, the whole thing, like, how can they be Ninja Turtles if they're from space? How do they know anything about Kung Fu or karate?
Yeah, apparently it's like a genetic thing that's built into their alien code.
The only thing
honestly, if he was going to go realistic, I'm sorry, Anthony, I'll let you get back. I'm older and I'll forget my stuff.
Okay.
The one thing that he could have done if he'd done it right to make this more realistic is to make it like the original comic, where it was dark. There was this. I mean, they really were like ninjas. They weren't this out and about and dancing with Vanilla Ice on stage stuff.
Yeah.
They really were ninjas. They came in, they came out. Nobody knew what happened. They didn't even know they were turtles. They just know that there was these vigilantes that were kicking butt on the streets. They were beating up these gangs that were doing bad stuff. They all had the matching red. I know Sean knows about this, where they all had the matching red.
Yep.
They wasn't a different color for each one. The only way you could tell them apart is by what weapon they used.
Yeah, that's right.
Raphael was a bad egg. I mean, he was not. He wasn't a kid. It wasn't a kid's comic. Yeah. And if he had gone that route, I think the fans would have been fine with that. But to take the mutant out of the Ninja Turtles just doesn't make any sense, story-wise or from the foundation.
The thing is, I actually think I know why he's doing this, because he probably thinks mutant. Oh man, that's too 90s. Which, like, that comic book was kind of 90-ish.
X-Men's full of mutants.
No. Time out. But he's not doing that. Yeah. Mutants are a big thing about them, and that's how they use like the mutant thing to tell a storyline. But like with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's their origin. The thing that bothers me the most is that any interpretation of a character, they usually keep it to the origin and then they mess it up. Now they're messing with the origin. That's not the same character then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
man.
Like, the whole thing is, turtles, but like they were kind of related, I guess. But like the whole family.
Yeah, they all came out of the same.
Yeah, they were brothers.
Yeah, they all came out of the same thing. They were brought together and flushed together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were brother turtles.
I would be even fine if they did like what they're doing now in the comic books, like what IDW's doing, because they're taking the somewhat grinchy part, making it a little more not realistic, but a little darker, because they know that the fans of that series are probably going to read that comic book.
Yeah.
Because this is the perfect time to make like somewhat of a darker version. Making up aliens, that doesn't make any freaking sense.
Nope.
It pisses me.
Yeah.
That should make them less dark.
Yeah. If anything,
it makes it more kiddish.
Yeah.
And another thing too, if you think about it, if you hear about their synopsis or their plot points, it kind of sounds like Transformers, doesn't it?
Well, it's Michael
They're
Bay.
aliens that crash land that they, it's a truck, so I'm going to turn into a truck. We're aliens, but we see some turtles, we're going to turn into some turtles.
All right. This. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Turtles is also a Hasbro license, isn't it?
No, it's Playmates.
No, it's Playmates,
Okay.
yeah.
What I was going to say is they got the same director from Transformers. And
What?
Hasbro did G.I. Joe as well as Transformers. And I know all of you have got to have noticed that when that first trailer came out, that for G.I. Joe, for the first movie, and you compared it to the Transformers movie where the Ironhide's dodging the missiles in slow motion through the middle of the street, and it looked just exactly like G.I. Joe stuff. I have a feeling that's what we're going to get because Michael Bay directed that movie. We're going to get stuff that looks because that's what happened with. Look at the trailer for Battleship. Does that not look like Dark of the Moon?
Yep.
With the giant building fall. It's just like that's what he knows, so he's just going to keep doing it over and over again. But it feels to me like they're just saying, "Screw you guys, we can do whatever the heck we want, and you'll just have to get over it. If we want to take out Mutant out of the Ninja Turtles, we can."
The thing is, like in movies, they always they gravitate to something that makes money. And ever since that first Matrix movie came out, it's always been a slow motion type thing in a trailer. It's always happened.
It's true.
I mean, like the Captain America thing when he's doing the shield thing, or like the flame triangle thing, or with Thor doing his hammer throw, or even with Kick-Ass, they did that as well. Like even with the horror movie things, they always do the slow motion thing. But like it's bad when you can see the writing on the wall. It's literally, he's like, hey, this is a franchise I can grab onto, and I can make even more money. And guess what? I get creative control because I've made so much money with the Transformers. The studio will let me do anything I want.
That's true.
So I mean, it bothers me, and it bothers me more than the Transformer thing because this is more or less, to like compare it to John. This is my Transformers. This is the thing I
was a huge I was a huge Turtle fan too, so you can imagine how ticked off this makes me as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like you mess with everything else, but you don't mess with the fundamentals. You know?
And the thing is too, it already had a movie because if you have cartoons or all that stuff, they're not as big as movies, and it already had 3 movies. And I know the third one really sucked, but the second one was great, so it was first. Okay, they had 3 movies.
And they had several animated movies too. They had 5 movies on them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the ones that
live action.
I know what you mean. I'm just saying they've had 5 features, and 4 of those were theatrical features. One of them was computer animated. So I mean, I don't know. It's like they took Transformers. They didn't say, okay, no, they're not going to be aliens that transform into vehicles anymore. That's what it would have been equivalent to. We're going to take the mutant out of this. That'd be the exact same thing as saying Transformers are no longer going to be alien robots that turn into cars and vehicles.
And the thing is, this is mostly like, this is a little bigger than Transformers in my opinion. Seeing that Transformers has a loyal fan base, yes. But before the movies came out, they only had the animated movie and the cartoons.
Yep.
This already had established thing. When I was a kid, everybody saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you go to anybody around my age frame, they know Transformers and above. So them messing with this, I don't know if this is a good decision on the studio's part, Michael Bay's part, or altogether make a movie this way. It bothers me, and that's probably what we're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah.
We should get some colors on.
Is he actually directing? Because I heard there was a movie that he's producing.
He's not directing.
He's not directing.
He's not directing it.
So
the guys,
but he also was writing it too, though.
So yeah.
He's got his hand in there, definitely, but I don't know, like, Like I know what you're saying, Corman. Actually, me and Sean, our age group too, we also grew up Turtles as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, and Turtles were freaking huge at the time, and it's like, and that's going to be a lot of people that are wanting to go see this movie, but it feels like Michael Bay just doesn't give a crap, and I don't know if he did how old he is. Does anybody have any clue how old that guy is?
He's in mid 40s.
Is he mid 40s? Okay, so he's older. So it's almost like this stuff is almost below him, but he just he just doesn't crap about it. He's just going to do whatever he wants with it,
Well, I mean, look at this way. Like, he's thinking of it as dollar signs.
Yeah, and you know what sucks? If this movie does not do good, they're gonna say, oh, well, okay, Ninja Turtle movies don't do good.
Exactly.
And that's
yep. They won't look at it as a general thing that we shouldn't mess with. These franchises' main foundations. They're going to see it as a Ninja Turtle specific thing because he has been so successful at making money off of movies that he's directed. And I guarantee the first one to fail because they're going to see that's one of those things that they always do in the entertainment business. They keep using the same model until that model stops making money. And the one that stops making the money, they always blame it on that particular franchise, even though it's the model that failed, not the franchise that failed. I know what Quorum's saying. Quorum's saying is that not only did they have a huge comic book fan, they had a huge cartoon fan, and they had a huge movie fan base for Turtles. Not just like Transformers, who only had a small comic book following, a big cartoon following, and then just a very, very small, movie following because they had that one animated feature. That was it. Turtles was bigger than that, and the reason why is because they had so many different fans, and when they made those films, they brought all those fans together and made it huge. And I'll give you guys a great story, because when I was talking to Rob Paulson about this, he had no idea how big this really was. And back at the peak of Turtles' popularity, he took his family to Disneyland, and it was Ninja Turtle Day at Disney World. And he said that everywhere he went, there was kids wearing turtle masks, and there was kids with banners, costumes, with the toys and everything. And he said, my son was telling all these kids, my dad's Raphael. They're like, oh yeah, my dad's Donatello. I was like, no, my dad really is Raphael. And as soon as it got around, there was hundreds, if not thousands, of people flocking to Rob Paulson trying to get an interview. And his wife just freaked out. He's like, this is unreal. This isn't really happening. Neither one of them had any idea how big Turtles had gotten. So, I mean, it was even for people who worked on the show, they had no idea how huge this was. And this was back in the 90s. You can't imagine. Those fans are all grown up now, and they're making their own money. They're not spending their mom and dad's money anymore. Yeah. And he's going to be shooting himself in his foot if he continues down the road hees going down.
Yeah, and there's a
lot of money on the franchise.
And there's a whole new generation that parents are going to be taking them to see this movie with their kids.
Yep.
And they're going to be trying to get their kids.
Because they were fans when they were kids, and they're going to say, like, this is what I watched when I was a kid.
Exactly. Kids Transformers, that kind of is sort of what happened with Transformers, too, Because a whole new generation got into it as well as the generations from the past.
That's what I did. I brought my kids into it because it was still out. It's like, this is what I grew up with.
Did you guys?
My stepdaughter at the time, I was even buying her Transformers, taking her to.
We wouldn't even have a channel like the Hub without fans like us because we're the ones that kept it alive for a new generation of fans.
That's true. Yeah, and I mean, you see like Sean when interviews Transformers. I mean, there's a ton of kids and stuff that are into this stuff now that were not even close to being born whenever the stuff first came out. And it's going to be the same thing with the Ninja Turtles. There's going to be kids that were not even near being born yet, or were very small. And then the Turtles are going to come out and they're going to start getting into this now, but it's going to be so different. So I don't know if it's going to work.
Do you want to take calls? Because we only got like 10 minutes left.
No. We need to go ahead and wrap it up here, Sean. Does anybody have anything else to say about it?
I actually, are we done with the Turtles discussion?
We can be. Yeah, we got 9 minutes left. Do you have anything else to say?
I was going to say that some cool news about Transformers just came out today.
Okay.
Transformers fans. Sean, I don't know if you saw this or not, but we've seen pictures of Black Arachne is getting Arachnid is getting her own toy, as well as Knockout and Dead End.
Did anyone post that?
Yeah, I saw that on Sabertron.com today.
I mean on our side because
I'm a little disappointed though because I can't tell if Arachnid's going to be a triple changer or not. But she's going to be a deluxe figure, which doesn't make sense. She should be a Voyager class figure, or League figure, whatever.
Yeah.
Because she's freaking triple changer. She's one of the coolest characters in that show. But the toys look great. They showed Knockout. They showed Dead End. They showed which Dead End looks like he might be a repainted Wheeljack / Insecticon. And to get this, Sean, Ultra Magnus is listed in there.
Oh no way!
So I don't know if Ultra Magnus is going to be on the show or what. That's actually pretty cool. It was seen on the back of the Takara, the newest wave of Takara figures. they were showing these new character toys that were on the back of the package. So that may be some season 2 or 3 spoilers there. I'm not really sure. And it was not a repaint of Optimus Prime. It's definitely a Magnus figure.
Oh,
All
cool.
right, cool. Yeah, we're working on getting out on BKBN.net right now, actually.
Yeah.
First, sorry about that. What about you, Sean? You have anything to say? You want to wrap this? The wrap up?
Well, yeah, we could do. Yeah, probably like I said.
What?
What?
What? Did you just wake up?
Did you just say something?
It's too bad we couldn't. It's too bad we couldn't take any more callers because I was like promoting the number. I thought we were gonna take like one more call.
Yeah, too bad because there's no callers in the queue right now.
Oh, there aren't? Okay, well, never mind then.
Sean, you quit this. You're not really the king of BKBN. It's a team effort. You need to calm down. I'm just joking.
BKBN does not stand for
Dude, if anything, I need to hype up. Like, I am like, so like, I need to eat.
And now we have a freaking caller in the queue. Do you want that? You guys, nah, they just hung up. Never mind. Forget it.
It's probably freaking weird.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Anyway, Sean, do you have anything you want to promote? Like, what's coming up on your channel there, buddy?
Well, I need to do some videos because I haven't done any videos in the last. Well, I have done videos on my other channel. I did a Wrath of the Titans review, and I did videos about some news posts. But
All right, what's coming up though?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
The Titans.
Yeah, I need to.
Please answer the question.
I need to do some Hot Toys reviews. I'm gonna do some I got Hot Toys Black Costume Spider-Man on the way. I'm doing the New Goblin, some for Spider-Man fans. I'm doing Marvel Legends Wave 1. I'm going to do them all in one day. So I'm going to hit you guys with a lot of reviews at once. And then, I forgot that this Sunday is Easter. So I don't know if normally I do live shows on Sundays, but is it even worth doing a live show on Easter? I mean, maybe. I got to see if I'm doing anything.
I don't think I'd do that. Respect the other day, I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's just me. That'd be like us telling kids to go to school on Good Friday.
No live show for you, Sean. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Jesus had to rise from the dead to interrupt your live show. We're sorry about that.
Yeah, we're so sorry about it.
I think I read that somewhere.
Anyway, it was the Bible, Sean. We're sorry.
I thought it was
I'll do the Batman Legacy, Nightwing, and Harley Quinn, and I'll probably I think me and Michael.
Holy crap, Sean!
Me and Michael might do a show tomorrow. Wait, what?
Awesome, bro.
Yeah, Sean.
That's great, Sean. Awesome.
I'm cutting you off, buddy. All right, Corum. What about you, man?
Well, Comic Nation Live, that podcast, it's all about comic books that came out this week, and a bunch of other stuff that's going to be airing on this podcast, You Thingy, Blog Talk Radio, on Friday on 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same number to call in. You guys can check that out. Also, on Thursday, tomorrow, Comic Nation episode 20 is going to be the last numbered episode of Comic Nation. That's coming up. Also, a Spider-Man nostalgic review. I'm doing a whole bunch of Spider-Man stuff for this month. So stay tuned to that on Corn TV. And also, check out the website bkbn.net too. Because a lot of great videos are going up there, and you guys should all check those out.
Definitely.
Coral, let me ask you a question. On your Friday podcast, the comic book one, who's on that with you?
Well, there's a bunch of people. There's Tenacious Rick.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Definitely cool.
Alex or Jazz Sante.
Not that cool.
No, super cool.
Also, Booster Gold 1007. Horrible numbers, I know. And then we have some guest people, like I believe you were on the last one.
Oh, me? I was.
Yeah, and it's a great episode. It's a great show, which is on the same feed. So if you're listening to this on iTunes, check out those episodes. And we're probably gonna have a lot more podcasts on this network.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And we also on BKBN, whenever we do a podcast, we'll log it on BKBN.net as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you don't have iTunes, you can listen to it there.
Yeah. Which most people have iTunes, but whatever. Gosh, Sean, do you want to say anything else, man?
Well, it was a pleasure, and hopefully I will I will stop my insomnia, and I can be more prepared next time.
What were you going to say? You were going to kill something, Sean? Tell us about
my
that.
insomnia.
Are you on watch? Right now?
Are you on suicide watch, Sean?
Yeah.
My insomnia.
Somebody.
Yeah.
My insomnia.
Yes. So do I. Don't use that as an excuse.
I love how Sean gets to end his stuff twice, and then I've been passed over.
Oh yeah, John.
I'm getting to you, man. We got like 4
Yeah,
minutes.
get to me once, but Sean gets it twice.
I know. It's kind of like, wait, what about John? I was even thinking that too. Wait, where's Sean?
Sean just got to talk about all his crap.
Okay, all right, guys.
Jeez, I thought John did do his thing. Cause,
No, I didn't.
No, he
you
didn't.
talked for like 10 minutes about that. Okay. Go ahead, John. Enter your stuff again. I'll never get mine, I guess. Go ahead, John.
What I was going to say is that I just put out a Voices for Autism video today. This is Autism Awareness Month in April.
Yes.
You can put blue porch lights out, whatever. You can get those at Target, Home Depot, places like that. I believe Kmart's also selling blue lights.
Not red porch lights. I mean something completely different.
Wear a blue shirt. There's lots of different characters that are blue in our realm of things that we enjoy doing. Like Soundwave for you Transformers fans. There's Captain America for you Marvel's fans. You know, there's a lot of blue characters out there that you can wear something blue just so your support for autism. And I appreciate that. The video that's out right now, any ad revenue that comes from that video is going to go towards Autism Society of America, or you can donate directly to PayPal. It's in the video description. And I appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers for my son who has ASD. And all you guys out there who have autism and are fans of our stuff, we appreciate you guys.
Definitely.
All the comments and stuff. And if you guys are going to be at VidCon, check out the new fan films. I got 2 entries in this year. They're going to be awesome. And like Moon always says, go vote for my video at VidCon.
That's right.
BKB celebration.
And a lot of my videos, I'm not going to use my blue screen because I am going to be wearing blue for most of the videos I'm doing this month.
It can be invisible.
Yeah.
No, yeah, my torso.
You'll just be a floating head and arms.
Exactly.
Yeah. I guarantee you, people will comment.
Oh, and I meant to say, if you leave a comment on that video that says I'm lighting up blue in April or something to that effect, I'm giving away one of those limited edition Peter Cullen Optimus Prime shirts that was only available from I think it was Riptouch.com, something like that. They were giving away for one day only. I bought an extra, and I'm going to give away one of those away, random drawing. So go leave a comment on the video. And yeah, we're going to be doing a really cool BKBN movie trailer here coming up pretty soon.
Oh, it's
And it's
amazing.
going to be freaking awesome. So you guys stay tuned for that.
All right, awesome. Definitely don't
90
forget
seconds.
don't forget to check me out on Boxing Topics. Really excited. Have a lot of cool videos coming up. Comic book reviews, tour reviews. Going to do an
Dirty Couch.
autism. Yeah, Dirty Couch. Yeah, some stuff going on there. Can't really talk about because John took all my time. Just all kinds of stuff coming up. I'm just really excited. Got tour reviews. Already said that.
Don't
Yeah,
leave Mike at the airport again?
going to try to leave Michael at the airport again. He's going to do something weird.
60 seconds.
He's going to do something weird to me. I don't know, guys. But thanks a lot for checking out this podcast. And don't forget to go to bkbn.net for all your nerd news, all that stuff. And don't forget to check out Quorum TV, John 3.0, and Sean X Long, and the rest of the BKBN crew members. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
He sober to noon, a
Still
big
got
one.
like half a minute.
We're still live on my show right now, so.
Shh.
This podcast is part of the BKBN podcast network. Check out more of our podcasts at bkbn.net.
Jeez, how long is this outro?
I know a song. That song sounds familiar.
It's
10
over.
seconds.
You want to know something funny?
Oh my gosh!
Do
You
I?
did it too soon. We're still live. So
Yeah, I know, but the countdown thing is like weird. I don't know.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Sober to noon in a big way, but we're still live on my show, so I'll answer.
Whenever it said we had 30 seconds on the countdown thing, it said we have 45 seconds.
Always
That's-
go by the countdown thing.
Okay, that's why I hit it. That's why I hit it because I thought we weren't gonna have enough time for the outro. I was going by that woman. We still got a caller in the queue. What the heck? I want to pick this up, see what happens. Hey caller, can you hear us? Three. Holy crap! What the heck? Why can you hear us? You're not live. Whatever's going on. Alright, whatever. I don't know. That was weird. It just like it.
Yeah. I wrote down all the numbers from Jimmy on down.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah.
Well, at least the area codes.
Okay, yeah. I wish I knew what I need to do whenever I pick up. When I figure out who they are, I need to see. You know, you can write stuff in. I need to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't write. I realized that towards the end of taking the calls, I can even do that.
The troll was 703, and by the way,
Oh,
when
okay.
that happens, ignore it. Don't bring it up because then more people are gonna. Then your you're having that troll get attention.
Thanks.
And also,
I just thought it was funny that Sean didn't hear it.
also, you have to
Commander
be less
X495.
like Sean as moderator. You have to cut people off more.
Yeah, I know, but we had extra time.
But you have to do that to the callers too.
Yeah, we had extra time. We actually had too much time.
You should just do 3-hour shows.
We can't unless we upgrade some more. We're only allowed to do 2-hour shows.
Because
We're still live, by the way.
Yeah, we got through over half our topics, and we still had over an hour left.
You guys are watching the after show of what people don't get to listen to on iTunes. So if you guys right now, I was gonna do some quick answering questions from fans.
It's the Quorum Cry hour.
No, I'm just telling
I'm just joking. Calm down, Spazzy McGee. Calm down.
Spazzy McGee.
Just calm down.
I'm not friends with Review Spot. I don't think he's friends with any of us.
I think he's friends with hardly anybody. Jeez.
Oh, 286 WWE fan. Why weren't you calling to ask Corm to play WWE 12? We're just joking, Corm.
Oh, he just spazzed out again on the fan. He's spazzing. Oh, calm down, Corm. And you know what was weird too? The intro, I heard it 3 times before.
Did you click it?
No, I didn't play it. I didn't press play. I heard it through my microphone. When I realized you guys couldn't hear it.
I know why. It's because you're the host, so you heard 2 feeds going on at the same time.
Oh, okay. That probably.
Because that happens to me on the combination one.
Yeah. That's why I didn't say anything at first because it started playing again. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. But other than that, man, it was good.
Yeah.
That was really successful.
Yeah. Oh, let's forget. We had a lot of callers at one point. Holy crap.
You are welcome.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus whatever. Wait, actually, I can tell you how many we had.
And we had 1 or 2 hang up, and then we had 1 of there, 2 at the end there at one point.
My
by the way, Sean, don't tell me to take callers. What the heck? We didn't have callers. That was embarrassing.
my favorite Batman Arkham City figure, and like I said, I'm live here. I'm trying to answer questions. Otherwise, I should just stop the live show. My favorite Batman Arkham City figure right now is the Mattel Batman and the Joker. I also like the there's so many good ones. I just like the Mattel stuff. But
screw your live show, Sean.
But the dude.
I'm just joking, Sean. Calm down.
These are the people that are paying for everything we're doing, and I love them.
I'm just joking.
I know.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah. What's up, Moon? You should be on the show. What's up?
Is it true that you,
Oh, God, no, hush about that. He's on live show.
Oh, my God, don't you dare, Moon. Don't you dare.
Holy crap.
No, I mean, if you guys want me to end the show so we can... No, it's just
Sean's Wednesday live shows.
Dude, we had some good callers, too. We had some, pretty good questions, too.
Yep.
That was really good. Some of those questions, the Back to the Future thing, I did not expect that. That was really good.
It was awesome, man.
That was actually a really good show.
It was a great show.
Very happy about that.
And we're still kind of going on. Is any questions for, Anthony James, Quorum TV, John 3.0? He's not just the other guy. He's the most talented guy over a bunch.
Oh, that was funny. That was awesome.
I know, dude. I feel bad because, I understand,
Everybody likes me better than everybody else. Jesus, bullcrap.
Oh.
Everybody knows who I am.
I like.
They will when I land some major role in something, but until then, I'm just another dude.
Yeah. Oh, we should have talked about the Harley Quinn DLC. That'd have been cool.
Well, I thought about that, and I asked Michael about that, and he says he's going to talk about it tomorrow. So
Yeah, that's true. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Since probably we won't do a live show on Sunday, just in respect to Jesus. We'll.
You said it's so weird. Okay.
I'll do a live show tomorrow for the video game show. I think me and Michael are coming up with names like gaming something. So I know it's like Toy Talk. This is the BKBN live radio show. This is just the main one. So we'll do this every other Wednesday. We'll do.
What's the name of the main show? I just call it BKBN Radio.
I guess so.
I guess that was that.
Who are we respecting on Sunday?
Well,
Jesus. How long? How long has he been able to do the sweet voice? I think all your life, right? Pretty much. When was the first time you did voices?
Talking about me?
Yeah, Commander X495 wanted to ask.
Yeah. I started when I was 5 years old, doing impressions of Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers and stuff, and just kind of went from there.
Yeah, John's been real, like, you just had a natural gift for it. And like when was that you realized you can do like a lot of voices, not just like one or two, but like a bunch?
I didn't really think anything about it as a kid. I mean, I obviously was doing a lot of characters. I was doing a lot of the G.I. Joe and Transformers characters, Sesame Street characters, different stuff that I didn't realize. I never really thought, oh, wait, I could really do a whole bunch of these things. I got a Fisher Price tape recorder, and I would get, the books, the little kids' books that they were based on these, on these franchises or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? They're like really, really crappy art, and they sell them like for a couple bucks. And I would like do all the characters' voices in the book, and have all I would do with what toys I had. I would like act out the book and record the story. If I had a camera at the time, I probably would have been making YouTube videos of these things.
I know, man.
And it never really dawned on me. Wow, I'm doing a lot of different voices, And I just never really thought of it. I was just pretend play for me, and then. As I got older, it turned into doing political and politicians and celebrities impressions and stuff. And I just did it at parties and at friends' houses and to impress, my girlfriend's parents and stuff like that. And it never really dawned on me I could make any money at it. I mean, I knew about voice actors. I was a big fan of it. My brother introduced me when I was a teenager. Like, this is the guy who does so and so, and this is the guy. And I started recognizing when one person was doing characters on multiple shows. I noticed that Peter Cullen was he was on Voltron as well as on Transformers. You heard Rob Paulson on Ninja Turtles, but you also heard him on Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs, and you started noticing some of the same voice actors. So I started knowing who they were just based. It wasn't just that I developed a talent to be able to do voices or characters or stuff like that, but I also developed the ability to improv, like do a voice and kind of just with no script do something funny with that, which is really important in voice acting, as well as being a good actor and showing different emotions with that and making it believable. Because that's the important part of voice acting can you actually make a character believable?
Yeah, definitely.
When you watch a show, when you watch a good cartoon, you believe that character's who that is. If you watch a bad cartoon, usually the actor's not very good, and that's the reason why you're like, this isn't a very good cartoon. It's because the actor's not making that character very believable. And it just never really dawned on me that I could make money doing it. I always thought that those guys were millionaires and they only hired those specific people, but I developed a really good ear, which helped me to be able to imitate different characters and be able to do a lot of different stuff. And it just kind of went from there to finding out from my wife making me a MySpace page, and I didn't think social networking was going to be a big deal. I was really wrong about that because Facebook's like the biggest thing ever made. And but MySpace kind of did ads based on your interests, and one of my interests happened to be voice actors because I was a big fan of animation in the 90s. And they recommended me to a studio that actually had a location in the town where I lived. And my wife's like, oh, you should go try out. You could actually make money doing it. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. She said, well, the worst thing they can do is say no, and then you won't be out any money anyway. So I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. So I went down there, showed them my stuff, and next thing you know, they're signing me. And, I got my first job 2 weeks after they sent me my first audition. And I never went 1 month without a paycheck. I always booked at least one job every month. And that was doing it part-time. And then when my full-time job went bankrupt, then I just went out on a limb and tried it full-time. And next thing you know, I have a manager, I have a contract, and I'm doing all this stuff. And I'm hearing myself on TV, and people are hearing my voice in theaters, hearing my voice on toys. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm doing this full-time. I'm not working any other jobs. I'm solely paying my bills and having money left over, which is new for me. Just doing voices, something I used to do just for fun. To pretend when I was a kid when I played with my toys. So, yeah.
I know. It's so cool, dude. The fact that we can say that the stuff we did as a kid, that we're doing it as a career, it's pretty awesome, man. Especially
I found out that that's not that uncommon, So people like Rob Paulson and Jim Cummings and all these other guys, this is exactly the same thing they did when they were kids. They did voices just to make their friends laugh and make people think it's cool, think they were cool.
Dude, it's really cool, man. One thing that like you do, John, that like I envy you, especially with with the voice acting thing. You're in like real amazing things, like with video games trailers and toys. That's the coolest thing, man. The fact that I say I own things that you voice, man, that is just the coolest thing, man.
That was always like on my list of things that I had to do.
Yeah.
Before I ever tried to give up on this career, I always wanted to be the voice of a toy, especially on the voice of a Transformer. And even though the Star Wars toy is a Star Wars toy, it is still a transforming figure with Transformers on the box, and I'm going to count that.
Yeah, dude. I would.
Even though I didn't get to do the voice of Vader, which everybody likes Vader's voice better than Anakin's, I still got to have my voice on a Transformer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I'm really proud of you, man. And like, I hope that you're in like a full-fledged like cartoon series one day, and like that'd be amazing, man.
That'd be awesome. And and doing more video games, because that's something else I always wanted to do. I always wanted to do video game characters, and I got to do that a couple weeks ago. So I'm going back to do some more, and probably before the end of the month. So hopefully that's a doorway to doing a whole lot more video game stuff, because I think that's just a lot of fun to be able to play as myself on a video game would be cool.
One thing
to be able to play with a character, you and I and our other friends playing online games, and we're playing as the character, and I'm the one saying that's one. That'd be so cool.
I know, that'd be amazing. Oh, two questions they have for you. One, what's your favorite or best impression? And second, what is could you do the Heath Ledger like Scar story? That's what they're asking.
Nope, he can't do it.
I can't.
I'm the best Joker.
Thinks that's his thing, so I'm not one of.
No, I'm better than you are. You know.
Or Sean's Megatron. Or Sean's everything, because it's all the same voice.
Actually,
That's not true.
My
Shut up,
best
Anthony.
impression, as far as can't tell the difference, that's a tough one. It's probably a toss-up between several. It's probably a toss-up between like Christopher Walken and Matthew McConaughey, as well as like George W. Bush. There's a difference between an impression of a character and an impression of a person. Because if you're doing an impression of a character, you're not really doing an impression of a person. You're doing somebody else's character.
That's true.
Yeah, and I was one of the people. I've never wanted to be one of those people that does other people's characters, especially back to the people who have done them originally.
Yeah.
Because that's like a slap in the face saying, "Hey, I can do just as good as you can in the character that you created," which is why I didn't want to do Optimus Prime's voice to Optimus Prime himself, and even though he asked me to do it, it's the only reason why. So luckily, he wasn't offended.
Yeah.
Did he give you a hug after?
Yeah, he did. He actually asked me for a hug, which I was trying to be all cool, shake his hand and be like,
I don't think he'll be offended.
yeah, I don't think he's offended. He was like, oh, wow.
You didn't just hug him, though.
I kind of feel kind of bad because he used to do just as much trailer work, which is one of the reasons why I got into doing movie trailers, was because he used to do trailers as well. If anybody ever goes online, look up Lost in Space trailer.
Mm-hmm.
He did his Lost in Space trailer, which is the only reason why I bought that DVD. So I listened to that one trailer over and over again.
He did a lot of stuff for Tsunami too. For their
He did.
Yeah, he was right there in the same, that same group. I mean, and that's a really really small specific goal that I have, is to be in that little bitty group. There's a very small group of actors who do both characters on cartoons and video games, as well as actually doing promos and trailers. Tom Kane is one. Tom Kane is the guy you always hear on Up and all these Pixar, Disney, kids movies. But he also does the voice of Yoda. He does the voice of the monkey and Wild Thornberries. He did the voice of him and Professor Utonium on Powerpuff Girls. He's done a lot of cartoon characters, but he's also the voice of Scrubbing Bubbles and Netflix and
Oh yeah, that's right.
Walmart. I mean, he's just one of those all around. He's in that club. And Jim Cummings, you'll hear Jim Cummings, everybody knows him as Winnie the Pooh or Tigger or Darkwing Duck. But he's also the voice of all the TBS promos. Every time you hear today on The Big Bang Theory, that's Jim Cummings.
Yep.
He's that dude. So there's a really small group of those guys that do that, and I want to be in that group. I want to be the guy not only that you hear at the theater, but I also want to be the guy you hear on doing such and such character on such and such show.
Definitely, man. John, you will be there, and you're getting there, man. You're already like the most. I'd consider you the most famous and talented member of BKB, and we're honored to have you, man. And
South Central Productions.
And to answer questions, yeah, there'll be a live show tomorrow, especially because we probably won't do one Sunday in honor of Jesus. We'll.
Wow, I've never heard it phrased that way. In honor of, Jesus.
No, it's funny because I used to be very Catholic and Christian, and now I'm like, I had to work on Easter back in my old job, my second and last job before I was doing this full time. So ever since then, I'm like, what? Easter's not sacred. They make me work on it, even though I was like, I even told them, it's like, oh, can I get it? Well, no, we need people to work. Oh, okay. But yeah, just to answer questions, my favorite Batman movies, the Tim Burton Batman movies like Batman, and then probably in this order. This is my order: Batman, the original Batman, The Dark Knight, Massive Phantasm, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman Robin. Or wait, actually no, the '60s Batman movie, and then Batman Robin. There you go.
What about Return of the Joker?
Oh, okay. Well, if we're counting that, then Return of the Joker would be like right after Massive Phantasm.
That was a pretty awesome movie. I think I like that one more than Phantasm.
Oh, it is really
Definitely
good.
better than the one with all the Batwomen.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's like lower on the
That was
list.
terrible.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was almost better than Birds of Prey.
oh, Batman Begins. I forgot to add that in there. That would be probably after Batman Forever. Like I like Batman Begins.
Sub-Zero is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he finally gets his wife unfrozen, but like,
How do you feel about the Gotham Knights and
Oh, that was okay.
Batman Year One?
Oh yeah, Batman Year. Oh gosh, I know there's so many of those. I liked. Oh god, and if we count those, then Batman Under the Red Hood would be up there in my top 5.
Year One was pretty good.
Yeah, I like Year One a lot, but like Under the Red Hood's still my favorite of those
that's
DC.
one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, I think it's just because when you guys watch Superman versus the Elite, those two movies, Under the Red Hood and Superman versus the Elite, deal with the same thing. Like, how self-righteous can Batman and Superman be in a world that's not black and white? You know what I mean? It's like that's the thing that I love. The best comic book stories deal with superheroes that lived in a black and white world where they just don't kill. They're just a good guy no matter what. But then there are those areas like where can like good guys like be good and still kill? Can isn't it better to just kill the bad guys to prevent them from just escaping, killing more people? And that's what Superman versus
That
the
was the
Elite.
whole basis of Kingdom Come was too.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I
like
hope they make that into a movie one day. That would be awesome.
I think they are gonna do it eventually. I think the next one they said after Superman versus Elite is Dark Knight Returns, which I know, especially Quorum's not a lot of people's favorite story. I know, and Dark Knight Returns.
Mainstream, a lot of people like it, but it's not that great.
Yeah, it's it's older Batman, and I don't know if they're gonna have the whole thing with Superman in there. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the Dark Knight Returns is one of the Frank Miller again. I like Year One more than Dark Knight Returns, but we'll see. But I try to remember what else they were talking about, what they're gonna do. So I think from what the panel said, I think they were working on maybe like another like Blackest Night maybe or something else. I'm trying to think. Oh no, I think they were gonna do.
No. They said that they may. It's on the table right now.
Yeah, or like a Flash movie. I think they said.
No, they said Blackest Night was on the table.
Yeah, like Flashpoint was one of
It
them
would
too.
be really cool to see a Batman movie done like a Frank Miller graphic novel movie like Sin City. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, well, that's what they have to do with Dark Knight Returns because that's the type of style he did.
That's good.
And then he never went back, which is why he sucks now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, I
That's
have.
got to be one of my all-time favorite episodes of Batman. Was the I think it was called POV, wasn't it, John? And they did the 3 different versions of Batman. One of them was Frank Miller style.
Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
Female Robin set in the future. Batman's older. He's just this huge base, kick serious. But that was a great freaking episode.
Yeah.
And they had Joel Schumacher character. Shut up, Joel.
Oh yeah, I know that was hilarious. I cracked so. That was great, dude. Oh, answer a few questions. Favorite Batmobile, hands down. Tim Burton Batmobile, hands down. I did read the Kick-Ass comics. I read the first few Kick-Ass #2, but the thing I didn't like about that comic really is just that it took so long in between that I totally forgot about it. And I think I can re-download it on like some sort of comic app. I got the whole series on my iPad from the Kick-Ass #1. I heard that it ended really good too, from what I heard. So I need to go back and read it. And what was the other question that they had? Hold on. The Harley Quinn DLC we'll talk about tomorrow. Do you like stuff? I do. Happy birthday, Ninja4499. Why not Sean and John do Batman and Joker voice impressions right now? Me, I just try to do a humorous take on, well, I mean, everyone does on the Bell one. I mean, like, I don't know, like, I think if you could do a Kevin Conroy or a Michael Keegan, then, you're definitely more talented because anyone can really do the bell in some sort of fashion, you know. Excuse me, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? You know, it's like Keithan's voice is just so cool and calm, but dark. It's not. It's really just only him can really do that really well. Can anyone do Keithan's voice here?
What, Sean?
Keithan, like Michael Keithan's Batman.
No. What was the question, Sean?
Well, they wanted me and John to do like a Batman Joker voice off.
Okay, go ahead and do it.
John, like, oh yeah, like, wait, what did you say? What was the good line? It said like, you think that people are as ugly as you? You're wrong. It's like, you're wrong. Or what did he say? It's like, I've seen that movie so many times. How could I forget? It's like, deep down, you think people are as ugly as you? You're a fool. Or something. Like, you gotta set it up, John. Like, when you want to know how I got these scars, it's like, no, but I know you got these. You know, it's like that kind of thing. What happened? Why did this? Like, what happened to our Skype call? Oh yeah, we lost Alex and stuff. They have to go.
Nobody knows what's going on right now. I'm confused.
Skype went gay.
Oh, okay.
It started getting really weird.
Oh, like my entire internet just like completely fucked up on my.
Dude, are you kidding me, dude?
Oh my god.
Can you please do one live show without saying that?
Oh, I didn't know we were still live.
Yeah, man. Why would I be answering questions?
I'm sorry.
I've been.
How do you do that? Is that like a thrill for you?
Yeah. I didn't know we were still alive. You know, my internet just completely died on me. And, like, I had to go reboot and everything.
Hope it dies again.
Oh, thanks, douche.
Disappointed in you.
Well, let's just answer a few more questions, then we can get off Skype and play some video games. Unless Moon's probably like tired as hell.
We're not playing any more video games.
I'm not tired.
Oh, okay, good.
Moon is tired.
I just don't want to play video games.
Oh.
I'm too busy.
Because we're adults.
I'm playing with my toys right now. Yeah.
When are we gonna finish those last 12 waves?
When everybody who is on again.
Yeah, we definitely need Eric and Boost. We need like a full man. It's like you need to have like at least 5 people on there. It's like I don't know how you can do with just 3 people. It gets like so annoying just dying.
Well, dude, you two, Booster, Eric, and John.
Yeah, Booster's at work. Eric's not on.
And John needs to get the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, John needs the. We need to get him like a bigger Xbox because he can't. He has to delete his Batman Arkham City DLC to get that DLC.
But he can't. Can't he just re-download the DLCs?
Yeah.
Well, maybe actually.
If he deletes them, he can just re-download them later.
That's true.
And they're just skin packs. I don't know no character packs too.
No, unless you did those. But those are just challenge maps. But still, some people will have fun doing that. Anyway.
Children.
5-year-olds. Trolls.
Yeah.
Ones that call in.
So Sean,
Eric's here. Tenacious Rick.
Sean, ask your audience, did they enjoy the show? Like,
yeah, did you guys enjoy the show?
What do they think we should change? Like,
yeah. Did you guys enjoy the show? I definitely love doing these shows, and even like I said, this is no one's fault. This is my thing that I'm trying to get over. Like I have bad insomnia. It's just really one of those things that.
Sean, you gonna let them answer that question?
Yeah. Like, what do you guys like about the show? Anything that you want more? Do you want us to take more calls? Do you like just hearing us talk and then taking calls like we did? I mean, obviously we're going to talk, but do you want more?
Yeah, we were trying to take calls all the time, so people didn't sit there on, the whole time on hold. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Does anybody say anything? Because I don't really.
It says, where do you get your Batman, Spider-Man costume? I got them from eBay. Sean, can you do the Joker voice, please? I want to know how I got these scars. It's my Joker voice is okay. I mean, that's the thing about me. Like, I'm not known for being a good voice actor. I'm just known for making people laugh, and that's the thing. You can be a horrible impressionist, but as long as you make people laugh, that's what matters.
Hey, Sean.
Corum is amazing. That Joker, though.
Sean.
Yes,
Sean. That Joker voice is horrible.
That's past my Megatron voice.
Oh, let's hear yours.
Let's hear your Megatron voice.
I don't even remember what I did. I was just kind of like in 7 Heaven, like Star Scream.
If Dumb BotCon actually put up the video on YouTube,
yeah.
But BotCon's dumb.
Yeah, they
And
are.
block people on Twitter.
Wait, so are you yes or no going to BotCon?
Nah, I can't make a decision.
Okay. Are you going to Powermorphicon?
Don't know about that yet.
Because you have a hotel room taken care of, or like whatever.
I know.
Sweet.
I'm sure we can take care of you in other ways.
I bet you could, Anthony.
AKA, he's gonna have sex with you.
Mr.
What?
Life, poor man, you get.
I know.
Corum,
That's
what's
why I
wrong
made
with
it
you?
creepy.
Why would you say that? That's so
You
weird.
got 5-year-olds listening on the show, you creepy old
Dude,
man.
I know.
Dude, it is 12 a.m.
Yeah, and
Dude,
They have
Corum,
bad parenting.
Corum, you're
it's
so
12
weird.
a.m.
Dude.
in the East Coast, West
Dude,
Coast.
some
it's 9
kids are on
p.m.
summer break still.
Yeah,
I mean, not summer break, spring break.
summer break.
I love how you laugh like a girl, and yet you can call me gay.
Yeah. Oh, is
Oh yeah, Sean even agreed. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, boy.
Sean thinks Corum's a girl.
He does laugh like a girl. That is.
Let everybody know.
Corum, didn't you take a shower? I mean, Sean, didn't you take a shower with Corum and you told everybody that he was
What?
a girl after?
Whoa. Is that before or after you slept in the same bed with Mandy?
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking to me?
I don't even know who we're talking to anymore.
I don't either, dude.
I'm just making jokes at the wazoo.
Hey, man. I'm just excited about all this BKB news being posted right now.
yeah, dude, a lot of great news, man. You guys definitely should check out bkbn.net. Check out Comic Nation too, because we have the best comic reviewer on the internet on our site. I'm really honored. We got the best voice actor, the best
We
comic.
do have the top comic book reviewer on YouTube. Actually,
I know, thank you, and you're welcome.
it's not you, it's Corum.
I know.
You're not the top of anything ever.
I'm the top of not trolling.
Moon was the best at like doing like Sentai and Power Ranger stuff, and
No,
yeah.
he isn't. He doesn't make videos.
Yeah, dude, he's not even the top of that because he doesn't do videos.
He fell off the market, dude.
Yeah.
He could have had that trophy and it's just gone now.
Yep, you could have actually made money from this.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah.
No, you won't because it's passe.
No, it's not.
Eric Tenacious Rick, if you're here, get on Skype.
Sean, quit bossing people around, dude.
Oh, please do a live review. I thought about doing that. Maybe we can do that again. Yeah, like stuff.
The only problem is, Sean, you'll have to plan that out because, like.
Yeah, it's definitely something. If I'm gonna do any live skits and stuff, I definitely have to plan it out. Like, obviously.
Please.
How are you going to
Please
edit
do
that,
live-
though?
Please do live skits, Sean.
How are
Yeah.
you going to edit it?
He could rip his video from YouTube after he does it, if he wanted to, or just leave it as a live review.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, like this show right now, once I get off here, it's going to be on my YouTube channel. So basically, you're going to get the whole gist of what's on the Blog Talk Radio or iTunes, and then it's like the after show, which is going on right now. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the Hot Toys, Michael Keith and Batman, Alter Ego Comics, actually Urban Collector, and everywhere that's selling in like Sideshow and Big Bad, they have it all in stock. So if you ordered from any of those places, you should be getting it this week. So yay! Oh yeah, I love Taco Bell. I actually have a Subway sandwich. I have a buffalo chicken sandwich waiting for me after the show. The number for the podcast is your no. The number.
When did you get this sandwich? Because you were asleep earlier.
No. I bought 2 yesterday, and I kept one for like today because I knew I probably
that's
like.
Dude, you know that's been in the danger zone way too long and
That's-
you're going to get some disease.
No, I put it in the
That is not
fridge,
gross,
man.
dude.
Danger zone.
Dude, you can't do that with stuff like that, man.
I done it with Subway, and I'm still
That is
alive.
gross, dude. Have you not died yet?
Do you realize how many, parasites and bacteria is in your stomach now?
And we're not joking either, dude.
Yeah, dude, I took culinary arts for 2 years. I know exactly what the danger zone is and what it does.
I did pick up the Arkham City figures. Danger
I love how
Zone.
you're just ignoring
Do you
it.
like
we're
stuff?
not
Of course I
joking
love
with you,
stuff.
dude. This is really a health issue.
Yep. Can you please do? Okay. Any other questions? Because we're getting off now, so I can kill myself with my sandwich. Yeah.
It's like he doesn't even care.
Yep. Because I've been doing it,
We-
and
we-
like I'm
we-
still
we
like.
care about you as a friend, Sean, and like, yeah, you may be doing it for a while, but it's not good for you, man.
I
I
don't.
mean, look what it's done right now. Like, you forget to eat. You probably have
Sure.
a tapeworm.
You may really have a tapeworm.
Yeah, because, dude, if you just forget to eat. Are you seeing, weird things? Like hallucinations?
No, I'm just seeing myself on camera and text, and yeah. No,
Yeah.
let's just
Oh,
guys.
hold on,
Let's just
Power Rangers.
finish this up. Okay. Oh yeah, that Emma Frost. That's the Kotobukiya one, and I got the Emma Frost. What's it called? The Tonner dolls. It's actually an action figure. This is not a beard. This is a goatee. A beard would be like my cheeks and my neck. But yeah,
Like me.
I'm doing an Avengers Iron Man review, and that's why I grew this because I wanted to have my goatee for that. So yeah, but I have to shave it anytime I'm doing Spider-Man, which I have to do some Spider-Man things for Quorum, so I have to shave this. And then, well, did you need me to do anything when I take the mask off? Did you?
No.
Okay, then I don't need to shave it.
You obviously did not read the script, but okay.
No, I just try to remember and stuff because I have it. I just like try to remember off. Yeah. Yeah, I got guys. I'm gonna start really dealing with my insomnia so I can do stuff during the day and go to sleep earlier.
Why don't you just sleep after you get off Skype? Because you actually get off Skype 3 hours earlier than everybody else.
Well, not really. I get off Skype, but then I don't go to sleep till like 5, 6, 8 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah, I'll do that too, but I'll still wake up and do stuff.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Can tell you something? What's your favorite movie ever? Well, it's like Batman and Iron Man, Dark Knight. Yeah. Do you
Avengers.
Oh yeah. Wait till.
Yeah.
Tell
Dude,
me.
Have you been getting the questions like, what do you think of the Avengers movie and stuff?
Yeah, it's like
The
I'll let you
movie I
know
haven't
when.
seen yet, that movie?
Yeah, I know. I'll let you know when I see the movie. It's like I loved it. It's awesome based on trailers and everything. I can't tell you more than that.
I understand what they mean. They want me to talk about the movie or something, but it's like, yeah, but the way you're asking me, it makes it sound like you're asking me how I enjoyed the movie. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, definitely. It's just we can't really talk about it until we see it. By the way, 1 month till the Avengers. It's comes out in exactly a month.
Exactly.
I can't believe it's.
Sean, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the inaccuracy of the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger toys, where the Pink Ranger didn't have a skirt, and the Green Ranger did not have the gold things around his on his gloves, his boots,
Yeah.
as well as his bicep?
Yeah, it was.
Those inaccuracies.
Yeah, if you look back at a lot of toys from the 80s and 90s, they were very inaccurate.
Inaccurate, very.
Yeah, I mean, they finally, when Bandai did those 2010 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger figures, they finally, gave the Pink Ranger her skirt. They made the Yellow Ranger actually have boobs, and they had of course, Green Ranger had his all the gold and like the armbands and everything. Yeah, it was. I mean, the 90s Power Ranger figures, like the 8-inch ones, were very articulated. Like, those were before, like, Marvel Legends, but, they were 8-inch figures and stuff, so...
Yeah, they were, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was happy to get them, but the 2010 stuff, I wish it was 6-inch.
I know, I wish it was, too. One thing, if you realize in the 80s and 90s, before, I guess, in the 2000s, toys were, like, 5-inch scale.
Yeah, what was up there? Everything was 5-inch scaled. I mean,
Ninja Turtles, He-Man,
X-Men, Ninja Turtles, He-Man, everything you can think of almost, other than G.I. Joe.
Yeah, G.I. Joe. What I remember was the 3 3/4 inch and the 12-inch. That was my first 12-inch figures were like G.I. Joes, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Sean, did you enjoy doing the podcast tonight?
Oh, dude, I love it. Like you guys are awesome, and I always love doing the shows with you. And you guys have.
My favorite.
What's
my
up?
favorite part was, Sean?
What?
Besides talking to you, it was talking to the fans, Sean.
I love talking to fans, and it was great to talk to him actual talking, not just like text.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that I saw a lot of comments and this and that, but I've never heard their voices outside of the video.
I know
it's just really cool.
Yeah, like with some people, like I've met in person, like with Helmet Productions, but with other people, it was great to finally like talk to them on like on the call.
Yes, sir. It's really good.
Oh, thank you guys for all the nice comments and too. And yeah, just I know that whether it's because you guys are calling in through the YouTube channel or whatever, just like I appreciate you guys being a fan of me, but I would love for you guys to be a fan of all the BKBN crew because they're awesome guys and they're very talented guys and they're hilarious. So
specifically Boxing Top X.
Yeah, he is definitely very cool and he does some crazy reviews and you gotta love him for that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I lost count of how many Hot Toys I have. I definitely have over 50 something, probably like 60. I I have doubles of a bunch of
It's
figures.
71, Sean.
Probably, yeah. He's probably the most accurate. Power Rangers need to go back to... They do those Power Ranger Legends, which aren't nearly as good as the figure arts. But yeah, those... I got a few of those. Like I got the Green Ranger one, or the White Ranger, and I got the Lord Zed. And then what I hate that Bandai America does, they forget to paint the back of the figure. Like Lord Zed doesn't have his veins painted on the back of him. I'm like, oh my god, come on. Can you not paint the back of the figure? So when those Thundercat figures came out, and those little things like the black joints and stuff, if you bought in Bandai stuff for years, you're used to that.
Yeah.
Because they did that on the...
Bandai, man, they have some issues, man. They like you see screws and like all this stuff. It's like, what?
Yeah, I know. Bandai America does amazing stuff, but Japan, but Bandai America, yeah. But I wish that Bandai Japan could teach Bandai America how to keep the standards alive,
Exactly.
But yeah, any other questions? Because we're actually going to do this later. What's your favorite toy you own right now? Probably the Hot Toys Michael Keaton Batman, my masterpiece Optimus Prime, my Hot Toys Mark 6 Iron Man, the Dark Knight Batman. Those are like my favorites. So the Superman, just like characters that are my favorites. That my Grimlock, and yeah, I was on the podcast. Oh yeah, Box and Tarbucks was on the podcast. What's your favorite Green Lantern continuity? The comic one. I mean, based on like the animated series and the movie.
Silver Age, Bronze Age.
Oh, okay. Well,
Age.
I'll say the Jeff Johns age.
2009.
Yeah, definitely Jeff Johns run is my favorite.
You got it.
Oh, and someone asked us, my favorite Transformers continuity was, or show, anything, Beast Wars, then G1, animated Transformers Prime, movie, then, yeah, like whatever the other crap was, like Unicron Trilogy and RID, yeah. Okay. Any other questions for anyone else before we go?
Sean, do you know I'm talking to you right now on Skype?
Yes.
Hey, Sean, what's better, DC or Marvel?
Yeah.
What was the company that made like Dark Claw and stuff with DC Marvel? It was
Lionsgate.
Oh, that was DC Comics.
No, I mean like wasn't it called Anagram? Like
it had an A.
Yeah, it had an A.
Yeah.
Can't remember because the symbol's an A, and it kind of looked like the DC.
Yeah. Like they made
Somebody made a form for it.
Yeah.
Lionsgate.
Yeah, on BKB and all that. What do we think of Lesnar's return? Obviously, you don't listen to the podcast.
Well, if you want to know what we think, either listen to it on iTunes or rewatch this video because we talk about it.
Or you could just go to bkbn.net when it gets uploaded when I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to bkbn.net. So, the big way. Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah, and I love that.
Sean, that's how quick you can wrap up a show. Just segue into the end of the show.
Dude, my last name is long. I take it along doing everything. That's you guys have.
You're just not long in some places.
Oh, that's not what my exes say. Oh.
No, I don't want to hear that. That's dirty.
Now there's a reason why there are exes.
Amalgam. Amalgam? Is that how you say it? Amalgam? Amalgam? Something like that. Adamantium.
We can Google it, but we don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, just a few things, guys. So tomorrow, me and Punk Rocker, or probably any guests that we have on the show, we'll talk video games tomorrow and take live calls. Probably not do the show Sunday just because of Easter, because probably people will be out and whatever, church, Jesus, good stuff. No, well, what was I gonna say? Check out Comic Nation Friday with Quorum TV, Tenacious Rick, Jazz Sante, and Booster Gold. They'll all be talking about the comics for the week, which was Avengers versus X-Men #1. What other things came out this week that you'll be covering? I'm asking you, Quorum. What would you be talking about this Friday?
Swamp Thing, Animal Man.
Quorum?
I think he dropped.
Oh, okay. Well,
it'll be like Swamp Thing, Animal
yeah.
Man, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Quorum.
you're wrong.
Yeah, what comics are you talking about this week?
Yeah, Swamp Thing, Animal Man, Venom. Swamp Thing, Venom, Animal Man. Of course, Avengers versus X-Men #1. Because some of us got it this week instead of last week.
Yeah.
Also, like maybe some crappier comics like Green Arrow, and Red Lantern. Things of that nature.
Sweet. Yeah, definitely check out Quorum's new episode Comic Nation going. Is that going up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to edit that right now. Yes, I'm trying to put the podcast on the website.
Excellent. And any of you guys have anything upcoming that you want to promote to?
Well, let me ask you a question. Okay, tomorrow when you do the video game thing, will you be live on your show or no?
Yeah, I could do that.
Well, I'm asking. You don't have to. I'm just asking because like if you guys aren't sure, like the show's going on and Sean doesn't go live, like make sure you're following us on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
And make sure to check out, of course, BKB.net, because hopefully, we'll announce the shows for sure on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely something that the reason I do
What
live.
time's the show tomorrow? Is 11?
We're gonna do
11
7. Yeah,
Eastern?
7 my time,
11.
which 11. Yeah.
It's 11 Eastern. Yeah, it's 11. So it's 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely do it. Yeah, with Thursdays, and yeah, I mean, I usually. That's the thing.
Well, that's Michael's thing. So I've known.
Yeah, exactly. So I got to text him and make sure that everything's good to go. But yeah, we'll talk about.
Yeah, everything's ready for him.
Should be.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Mass Effect. We'll talk about like Devil May Cry HD trilogy came out.
It's supposed to be the Harley Quinn DLC.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn DLC. We'll talk about a lot of things, a lot of great things in the gaming news. One thing that came out that I thought about getting, but I heard wasn't that great, was Star Wars Kinect, because I have a Kinect and it works great for things like Mass Effect 3 with voice recognition, or it's
or the workout game.
yeah, exactly. The Kinect.
That's a really fun game.
Yeah, exactly. Kinect is one of those things like for certain things like Dance Central games or workout, or even just for like controlling cool things like your interface, like kind of like the whole Minority Report kind of thing. It's very cool. But some things it's very laggy on some games, like the Star Wars Kinect. I don't know if you guys seen videos about it, but there's a dance sequence where what's that song that Drake, was it Drake, like solo, I'm solo, yeah. I don't know. It's that song that has Solo in the title. They made a parody of it with Han Solo, and they have Han Solo dancing in that song. Yeah, Han Solo dancing. I never think I would see that in a game. So yeah, it's kind of weird what they're doing with that. There's also things where you can play as the Rancor. I mean, we'll talk more about this tomorrow, but yeah, it's just kind of like some weird things. So I don't know. If I get it, it'll definitely be when it's cheaper. Okay, so make sure to check out Comic Nation Friday. Tomorrow's show, 7 Pacific time, 10 Eastern, or 11 Eastern, I mean. Yeah, right? Or is that 10 Eastern?
I like how nobody invited Rick to the call.
7-3. Well, I find you... Oh, okay. Sweet. Make sure to check out John's videos, because he's especially doing that promo we're going to be having up pretty soon. So John 3PNT0, subscribe to Quorum TV, Box and Type X, Moon's Second Channel, Tenacious Rick 2, Kongu 954, Punk Rocker, yeah. Just everyone here. Thank you guys for joining the show, and thanks for being part of our live podcast radio show. We will see you tomorrow and Friday on our podcast shows. So you guys have a good night. Remember to check out bkbn.net, and remember to celebrate your new in the big